linemen out with the flu. Jeff Smith not here makes it all the harder. So a couple of obstacles to overcome. A great program on the rise in Kutztown. It's playing its biggest game in 20 years against the Huskies as their final home game. There's a lot of energy. I think the Huskies have to be ready, and I sense that they are going to be ready for this one.
This is quite a challenge for Brian Binger. He'll be playing that tackle position for Jeff Smith, the right tackle spot. And he's going to be up against some outstanding defensive ends for Kutztown. They line up with two very talented people.
John Murphy out of the Minersville's program was originally recruited at Syracuse and will be playing up there now. But he's with Kutztown at 6'3", 265. He was originally recruited as a fullback and as a linebacker, but he used that great size and agility. He decided to move him up to the defensive end position, which he's just become dominating. He's a man against boys in the way we play it. And they also have opposite him at the other end, Larry Brown, who returned. He had a year off, a bit of a hiatus there, and he is a dominant back. Now, he's getting up to him, strictly defensive end. Really compact Now the Huskies go with some things that make it difficult for the rest of the defensive end. The fact that the sprint draw is a big part of their package. These guys are going to be careful to come too quickly upfield. So it's going to be a complex thing about to handle the young player in there at Bingham and how he's going to take on these physical challenges. When you go with finesse, when you go right at them, how to handle this talent.
Bloomsburg against Kutztown for the PSAC East title. Back with the kickoff in 60 seconds. Bears will Kutztown PSAC East title on the line. Again, a Husky victory gives them the title outright. If Kutztown can win, it will end in a three-way tie with Millersville, Kutztown, and Bloomsburg at the top. It looks like the Western Division of the PSAC will end in that three-way tie. Indiana today will be favored in their ball game to win. They're at California, and Clarion is at home against Lock Haven. They certainly be favored to win. If both of those things happen, then it will be a three-way tie out west. Slippery Rock, Indiana, and Clarion. But Bloomsburg would like to win it outright. Wes Lindemore, a freshman out of Southern Columbia High School, will kick off. Kutztown won the toss, deferred to the second half. So Bloomsburg will get the football, moving from our left to our right. Ryan Stowe respecting the perfect rhythm. He's 5 yards deep in the end zone. And Lindemore approaches the football. The kick will go to Stowe up the field to the 7, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and Brian Stowe on the return for the 6-yard line. Now the big play for Kutztown. So Bloomsburg put it in play. They'll be working against a good Gold Bear defense. It lines up with those defensive ends and able recruits. John Murphy, Larry Brown, Roy Stutz, and Dave will lead the tackle. Alex Decker, the leading tackle for the linebacker spot. Raheem Gaston, Eric Miller. Other linebacker positions. Union Jenkins, Andre Davis at the corners, Adam Green, and Pete Mendez at the safeties. First and 10 Huskies. They have the football at their own 18-yard line. They give on the play to Marcus Glaze off the left, hurdles a tackle, gets out to the 25-yard line. Good first down play for Bloomsburg. It'll be a second down call coming in about 4.
Very nice first up the middle, inside the tackles, a little bit to the left of center. Isolation play following the fullback. So the Huskies going right at this aggressive defense with power straight up the middle.
Second down call. Slot to the right side. Mike Loco in the slot. From the 25-yard line, the call goes to Glaze off the left side. And he's brought down just short of the sticks. Made a good effort. John Murphy made the stop. Murphy, 6'3", 265-pound senior out of Minersville. Recruited by the University of Syracuse. Transferred to Kutztown. And Glaze, with that stretch from the body, got close enough to bring on a measurement from referee Chris Reynolds, who was joined on the officiating crew by James Budeball, the umpire. Linesman is David Hamilton. John Canova is the line judge. James Snyder, the field judge. The side judge is Joe Molly.
First and 10 for the Huskies at the 29-yard line.
Right there on the sideline, they do stretch and change. A bit of a regional homecoming for Marcus Glaze out of Conrad Weiser High School. Talking to Ready Needle correspondent Matt Malinowski. They're considering doing a feature on him. A strong local fellow. A nice job for the Huskies. Great season for him.
He is the tailback in the eye. Doug Werner, also out of Conrad Weiser, is the fullback ahead of him. Slot to the right side. Eric Miller gives on a draw play to Clay. Stumbled a bit to start. Still got over the 30 up to about the 30-yard line. Stumbling start on the play. Alex Decker leads this team in tackles. Made that one. 5'11", 210-pound junior out of Warwick High School. Both he and the strong safety, Pete Mendez, have been Eastern Division players of the week. They've been outstanding. 3 yards for Blaze. 2nd down and 7 Huskies.
Decker prowls the middle. True middle linebacker. He's about 5 yards off the center. Lurking, watching.
Eric Miller rolls left for his first pass of the game. Diving attempt by Terrell Johnson. And they rule it a catch at the 37-yard line. Pass came up short, and Johnson makes a nice grab. They'll pick up about 5.
He's awarded the catch. No one had a real good look at it. The man went and marked the spot.
He had 6 yards on the play.
Other mates there wearing the stripes and a better look. No one waved it off, so they will mark it there.
And now 3rd and 2. The Huskies will get an extra tight end for blocking purposes. In fact, Alan Lecktaylor comes in motion. Leads the way for Glaze, but Glaze is stopped.
Marcus Glaze on the carry.
Marcus Glaze brought down by Thornton, linebacker out of Bartram High School in Philadelphia. So big play by Thornton, and the Huskies will have to bring the punches on.
Thornton's been aggressive. He's playing sort of a weak side linebacker, flipping sides depending upon formation. He's come in hard. He made that right there at the line of scrimmage.
4th down. Joe Dietrich back to punt. Gets the kick away. Sails it high and deep. And Pat Rogers a fair catch at the Kutztown 20-yard line. So that's why the Golden Bears will get the play. 1st and 10. With 12:10 to go in a scoreless first quarter.
First and 10 for the Golden Bears at their own 20. Quarterback for Kutztown this afternoon, number 13, Mike DeMarle.
Return with the headhunter Garcia gets down and then has no choice but to signal that fair catch.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears. Mike DeMarle, junior out of Lancaster Catholic at the controls, going against the top-rated defense in the PSAC in Bloomsburg. 3 receivers to the right side, empty backfield, quick out to Robertson. Robertson gets by Roskis in the open field, turns the corner, gets good yardage, play by Terry Robertson. Bloomsburg defensively across the front. Jim Lanigan, Aaron Morris at the end. Wayne Davis and Brian Sims at the tackles. Greg Roskis, Jeremiah Dyer, and Matt Keys are the linebackers. Rudy Garcia and Luke Murray at the corners. The strong safety is Toye Berry, and the free safety is Trent Flynn.
About 6 yards on the pass. We wondered which Singleton back we'd see, and we have no backs in the backfield. This is a deadly passing game. They like the ball control. Thrown laterally to a man inside of trips. He then uses the other receivers who block for him, setting a screen. He hits it down the sideline. Broke some tackles along the way.
2nd and 4 now. Vincent Jameson is the lone running back, but again, 3 receivers to the right side. They bring a man in motion to the left. And DeMarle back to throw. Throws to the right. Has Robertson again, but this time in the open field. Luke Murray stops short of the stick. Nice tackle by the junior out of Milton.
Terry Robertson has set a Kutztown record for most receptions by a wide receiver with his 143rd, breaking the record set by Andrew Reed. Congratulations.
And then when the pass comes underneath,
Murray has a great 3rd and 2 for the Golden Bears at their own 28.
So strong defensive play to keep it short of the chains.
3rd down and 2. Jameson, the lone running back. Robertson in a slot to the left side. DeMarle under center. Long count. Takes the snap, back to throw, fires it out, has Robertson again. Robertson has the first down, the arm on Jeremiah Dyer on the side. On the previous catch, Terry Robertson, although he only got 2 yards on it, set a career mark for pass reception by a wide receiver. That's very significant. They've had a wide receiver in Bloomsburg.
Oh, mention Andre Reed. How about some NFL Hall of Famers? People will reach that thing. That's his 47th catch of the season. I don't have the career numbers, but here's 3 in a row early in the game for Jerry Robertson.
From the 39-yard line, Robertson in a slot to the left side. DeMartelier gives to Jamison. Jamison is wrapped up. Pulls ahead to about the 41-yard line. Pick up 2 on the play. Jeremiah Dyer, Aaron Bordas in on the stop for the Huskies. The 2nd down and 8 for Kutztown. Their first possession of the ball game. 10:42 to go. Scoreless first quarter.
Singleton backs off and block and provide pass protection for the quarterback. Occasionally they'll bust them up the middle. What you get is you get the one-on-one matchup. Spread the field with the receiver, spread the secondary, and then when you run up the middle occasionally, you hope you can string it because there'll be room with everyone spread wide.
Slot to the right side. 2nd down and 8. DeMartelier, straight drop back to throw. Looking. Now he's going to scramble. Rolls right. Roskis in pursuit, hits him as he gets the pass downfield. Extension made inside the 20-yard line. Rich Hamilton goes upside and takes the grab. And a huge play for the Gold Bears in the first possession.
Traveling quarterback, defensive end crashes hard trying for the sack, and DeMartelier sidesteps now. Now he has the corner. He's able to roll. He threatens to run. The underneath coverage comes up. He spots a man deep. He's broken coverage down the far sideline. Heaves it down there, and Hamilton goes very, very high to make that catch.
43 yards on the reception. 1st and 10 Kutztown at the Bloomsburg 16. DeMartelier has the snap. He's back to throw. Now scrambles. Now reverses his field. Rolling to his right. Directing traffic. Wants to run. Gets by one man. Gets to the 15 and scrambles to the 20-yard line. He is an excellent athlete. We mentioned last year as a wide receiver caught 56 passes. Also returned punts. There he picks up 4. But it looked like it was nothing. 2nd and 6 for Kutztown.
Runs like a running back. Last time he threatened to run, he springs the receiver open as people break from coverage. This time he threatens run and gains yardage. On the season, 84 positive yards. Most quarterbacks are in the negatives because of sacks.
2nd and 6 at the Bloomsburg 12. Jamison, the little running back. Slot to this, the near side of the field. The give is to Vincent Jamison on the left. Breaks out of a tackle. By Roskis. Inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. That's a strong run. Not many people break the grasp of Greg Roskis, who's had an outstanding year at linebacker. Jamison did that. And it's 1st and goal at the 4. 8 yards in the carry.
A little bit of a surprise call with the run. The Huskies are worried about the pass, and Roskis may have been coming on a blitz and thinking get the quarterback. He sees the ball handed off, changes his route there, just can't hold on to Jamison.
1st and goal, Kutztown at the Bloomsburg 4. Slot to the near side of the field. DeMartelier back to throw, has time, now he's hit and dropped back to the 9-yard line. Ryan Sims with the sack. Mike Volinsky there as well, along with Greg Roskis. So DeMartelier didn't find anyone open, had to take the sack back to the 8th goal.
Yeah, Roskis was blitzing again, but this time a much more inside route. He pressures things, forces the quarterback to pull it down. Sims is there to meet him and drive him hard into the ground. Big defensive play. They need a couple more.
From the Bloomsburg 8-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Hamilton, wide left, Washington wide right. DeMartelier back to throw, looking, fires. Hamilton drops it and Kutztown has the early lead.
5 of 5 passing in the drive. DeMartelier has the hot hand. 2 leading receivers, Robertson and Hamilton with all 5 catches. The great receivers, physical specimen. Hamilton goes 6'3", 130 pounds. It's just very difficult for the smaller cornerbacks to give him the coverage when you're in the end zone. Is he going to run the fade pattern as he pulled it up? And he had nice position for that catch. Thrown high and he makes it surely.
Marcel Cotte with the extra point attempt. The kick is up and the kick is good. Live on the field. 8:10 to go, first quarter play. Kutztown 7, Bloomsburg nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. To the 25, to the 30. Stone with a good return out to the 35-yard line. Ryan Rogers makes the stop. Bloomsburg in good field position for their 2nd possession. Huskies trailing at 7-0.
In their opening drive, they attempted 4 runs and only 1 pass. Eric Miller hit Terrell Johnson on the low throw for 6 yards. Marcus Glaze having 4 carries for 12, but they came up just short of the chains. see if they go primarily running attack again.
Slot to the left side, I formation. Werner is the fullback ahead of Marcus Glaze. Brian Sullivan, the tight end to the left. Glaze gets the call, has some room up the middle, over the 40, hit hard as he gets to the 55.
On the carry, tackle made by number 8,
Looks
Andre
like he's
Davis.
got the first down. Andre Davis put a big hit on him, but some great blocking.
A gain of 11 yards on the play, first and 10 for the Huskies at their own 46.
Taking it straight up the middle. They don't really want to go toward those defensive ends on either side. They're terrors. But coming straight up the middle and attacking that leading tackler and Alex Decker, the middle linebacker, they do have success.
Loco wide to the right side from the 46-yard line, first and 10 Huskies. Miller gives on a delay to Marcus Glaze. He covers the
Marcus Glaze again, the ball carrier, took up by number 95, Larry Brown.
Larry Brown, the 6'2", 240-pound senior out of Pennsbury High School, makes the stop from his defensive end position.
Gain of 4
Close
yards
to 5
on
on
the
the
play,
play, second
second down and 6
They're
for the
running
Huskies.
4-down linemen, but they have the inside tackles a little bit wide of guards. There's a lot of room in the middle, and it looks like it can be soft. There the sprint draw, Glaze bends it to the inside and gets 5 yards.
Now Aristine Henry moves into the tailback position. Behind Werner in the eye. Second down call. Just over midfield in Kutztown territory. Henry gets the call off the left side. Has room to the 45. Runs over tackle. Gets to the 40-yard line. First and 10 for Bloomsburg.
Going to the left. Finding that C. Kicking that defensive end out of position and hitting that C gap. Sometimes he can go with that sprint draw look and get the end to pursue a bit too aggressively. He'll take himself partway out of position, then you run in the direction he wants to go. So he uses aggressive play against him, and they did it there.
Terrell Johnson wide left. Mike Loco wide right. First and 10 Huskies at the Kutztown 40. Miller gives on a delay to Aristine Henry. Looks for some running room. It's not there.
Number 38, Aristine Henry on the carry, tackle made number 4, Tarek Armstead.
Taking the
No
play
gain on the
for
play,
Kutztown.
second and 10 for the Huskies at the Kutztown
Tyreek
40.
Armstead, a linebacker, 6'2", 205-pounder out of Germantown. They mark it right at the 40. So no gain on the play. Second down and 10 Bloomsburg.
Linebackers are playing very deep. I'm looking at middle linebacker Alex Decker, and at times he's 6 yards off the ball, and you would think that there'd be some softness in the middle. But good aggressive play up in front of him neutralizes the blockers, and he gets to it.
The give straight ahead to Werner. He battles
Number
for a
26,
yard.
Doug Warner on the carry, tackle made by number 56, Dave Maloney.
Stop was made by Dave Maloney. The heart after a motion by 6'2", 265-pounder. So Huskies had 3 receivers to left. Tried the quick hitter to the fullback, gets just a yard, now 3rd and 9.
I like the thought. I was thinking it myself. If this middle linebacker's playing 6 yards off the ball, he can see the tailback well. If you go with the quick hitter at fullback, you shouldn't be able to react. Defensive tackles pitch in very nicely and stop the play.
Big call Bloomsburg, 3rd and 9.
Audibly at the line of scrimmage.
And from shotgun, Miller has the snap. Has time, fires to the sideline, has to Terrell Johnson. He's hit hard right about the 30-yard line. Very, very close to the first down yard.
Andre Davis.
He was hit by the redshirt freshman of Dobbins Tech High School in Philadelphia, Andre Davis. It is a Bloomsburg first down. Big catch by the sophomore, Terrell Johnson, who more and more is becoming involved in this offense.
Yeah, good job by the field judge to get the spot. He caught it and was immediately hit. It was a little bit of a comeback. So he made the catch, and then there's contact with him, pushing him back. The field judge gets his foot down immediately to get the maximum out of the forward progress of the catch.
Marcus Glaze back in at the tailback spot. First and 10 just inside the 30. Glaze gets the call on the left side to the 25 and extends that body down close to the 21-yard line. Great blocking off the left side, and Marcus Glaze gets the most out of it. It'll be a second down call.
7 yards on the play.
Great block, but also taking advantage of those aggressive defensive ends. John Murphy is coming upfield with an aggressive charge. He's playing to contain. Nothing's going to get wide of him, but you're able to run that action inside of him, and he's not able to come down and make the play.
Second and 2 for Bloomsburg. Glaze gets the call, swings the left side, looking for the sticks, dives at the last moment and gets it. Nice effort by Marcus Glaze. Kutztown stretched out well. Pete Mendez, the strong safety, was over there. Glaze saw the sticks, just extended that body to pick up the first down.
Again, a nice logical progression of the offensive plays baseball. You mentioned the defensive end coming upfield and opening the C gap. So now when he sort of checks himself and keeps that C gap closed, run the wide sweep. When the speed gets wide, they can pull that secondary ahead to get to the chains.
First and 10, Bloomsburg at the 18. Mike Loco wide to the right side. High formation behind quarterback Eric Miller. Has the snap, gives to Glaze.
the bread. Defensive ends in this system, when they're uncovered, he goes that 2-point stance, back off like a linebacker. And Murphy is a stud out there, 265 pounds against the mobility of the linebacker. He read it. It lays very hard.
3:39 to go in a fast-moving first quarter. Huskies trailing at 7-0. Miller takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking downfield, turns the corner, fires across his body, has Loco down for about the 11-yard line. The third down and about 3. So Miller on the roll right, throws across the field to Mike Loco. They mark it at the 10, so the 32.
We haven't had a pass ball in the league yet. Mike Martelier was 5 of 5 in his scoring drive. Eric Miller now is 3 of 3. Nice control passing game that we're seeing.
Huskies first possession, they came up 3rd and 2 and didn't make it. This time they're going to talk about it. Timeout Bloomsburg. 3:01 to go. First quarter, Kutztown 7, Huskies nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Thanks, Dave. Big call coming. Bloomsburg at the Kutztown 10. 3rd down and 2 following the Husky timeout. Plays the tailback in the I formation. Blake Taylor on a wing to the right side. Miller on a long count. Kutztown may have jumped across. The call goes to Glaze. Tries the right side. Second effort. Gets him the first down and gets him the touchdown. Marcus Glaze breaking tackles. Goes in for the score.
Hard count seems to draw a person off. As he gets back, the defense relaxes just a little bit. The Huskies continue with the play. There is no flag. They run hard. The defense seems to at least stall that play at the line of scrimmage, but no one wraps on Marcus Glaze. So he spins once more, and before you know it, everyone stopped playing except the running back. He continues into the end zone and gets there.
Chris Thompson now will attempt to tie it at the hold of Mike Loco. Matt Vincent does the snapping for the Huskies. Snap is there, the placement, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Time out on the field, 2:54 to go, first quarter. Bloomsburg 7, Kutztown 7, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Next Saturday, here at University Field in Kutztown with the PSAC East title on the line. Bloomsburg and Kutztown locked in a 7-7 tie. Huskies have just completed an 11-play, 65-yard scoring drive, capped on the 13th rushing touchdown of the season by Marcus Glaze. Now Zach Quigley will kick off. This kick will be fielded by Davis at the 10-yard line. Andre Davis going to the far side to the 15, to the 20, and dragged down by Michael at about the 28-yard line. So Kutztown gets it back. Fastball first quarter. Long drive by Kutztown to score, followed by a long drive by Bloomsburg. 2:44 remaining in the period. Gold Bears with the football at their own 28-yard line. First and 10.
Huskies drive was primarily on the ground. Marcus Glaze 10 carries on the game so far for 49 yards. Kutztown's doing it primarily in the air. Martelier 5 of 5 passing for 71 yards.
Slot to this, the near side of the field. Washington is wide to the right. Jamison, the low running back, from the 28-yard line. Martelier drops back to throw, looking, fires in the middle, incomplete. Good defense. Sandwich was made on Robertson by Greg Waskis and Jeremiah Dyer.
Rolling over the middle, trying to get between the 2 linebackers in those hook zones. And he's there momentarily. The ball actually gets to him, but the collision of the linebackers on him at the moment of the catch just makes it impossible to hold on. These receivers are physical specimens. Hamilton 6'3", Washington 6'3", Kent Peacock, the tight end, is 6'5", so good tall targets for this quarterback, Martelier.
2nd and 10. Golden Bears from their own 28-yard line. 3 receivers to this, the near side of the field. Martelier drops back looking this way. Here comes a big pass rush. He avoids it, gets the pass away to Robertson at the 35 and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and that's all Mike Martelier. Huskies had a great shot at the sack with most quarterbacks at his sack.
Yeah, Huskies realize they can't give this guy that much time to throw, so they've been coming with some controlled blitzes, bringing the linebacker from an area and hoping to get in there, locking on man-to-man, trying to force the quick pass. When Martelier can duck away and create more time, he will find the safety valve receivers and make plays like that.
17 yards on the reception. 1st and 10. Golden Bears at their own 45. three receivers to the far side of the field. DeMar Lair is going to give the ball to Jameson. Try on the right side. Jeremiah Dyer wraps him up as Vincent Jameson gets about 2 to the 47-yard line. Dyer, the 5'10", 211-pound junior out of Berwick, number 2 on the team in tackles coming into this one. Gets one there. They marked it at the 48 to give him a short 2
It's going to be tough play stopping the run because this team is passing so effectively, and they primarily go on the pass. So as a linebacker, the instinct is to start backpedaling, to watch, to keep an eye on that quarterback. And when they come by surprise with the run, you have to be ready to come up, and Dyer was ready there.
Second down call. Kutztown their own 47. Slot to the right side. DeMar Lair, straight drop back to throw. Looking. Here comes the rush. Now he'll scramble. Now he's in trouble. Bounces away. And Dyer wraps him up the 49-yard line. Boy, he is so tough to bring down. Wayne Davis and Brian Sims looked like they had him back near the 40. Weren't able to wrap. He will pick up a couple to the 49 and bring up a 3rd down and 6.
But a 10-yard difference in field position when the initial sack could have occurred. To the point where he gains a few yards. Instead of a 3rd and 15 coming up, it's a 3rd and 5 or 6. Big difference because of that quarterback's ability to run.
Ron Smith and Zach Myers checking that defensive front for the Huskies. Smaller, quicker linemen. Maybe they can get to DeMar Lair on this 3rd down goal as Robertson goes in motion left to right. DeMar Lair has the snap. He's back to throw. He steps up into it. He's going to run. He's going to be brought down just short of the 1st down yardage, I believe. Zach Myers makes the stop. It's going to be a big call for Kutztown if they come up short.
They need the exact spot. He was reaching the ball ahead. Well, they got a generous spot, but it's going to still come just inches short. They're making full-scale substitutions.
So from the Bloomsburg 46-yard line, Old Bears are not going to take any chances of John Corson, freshman out of North Penn High School in Lansdale. All he wants to do with punting. Clock winding down here in the 1st quarter as Toye Berry deep for Bloomsburg back at the Husky 10-yard line.
Teams that run a 4-spoke offense don't have the comfort with that power running game to go here.
Hit by Corson is very, very high. Toye Berry, fair catch, hoping the ball will go into the end zone, and it does. So with just 4 seconds remaining this 1st quarter, Bloomsburg will have the ball at their own 20-yard line with a 1st and 10. Score time, Bloomsburg 7 and Kutztown 7.
Huskies have been flexing their muscles with the running game, despite the fact that key offensive lineman is home sick with the flu. Jeff Smith normally plays the right tackle. He's taking a trip. He's home in bed. Huskies have been going primarily with the run game. 13 running plays compared to 3 passing plays.
Aristine Henry is the tailback of this series. Jamison McLaughlin, the fullback, ahead of him. Loco wide right, Johnson wide left. 1st and 10, Bloomsburg at their own 20. Eric Miller, play action, rolls right, looking for Loco. The pass is tipped and incomplete. Terrific play by Andre Davis. I mean, Mike Loco was there and the pass was on target. But the pass knocked down on what will be the final play of the 1st quarter. With the score, Bloomsburg 7 and Kutztown 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Dave, a reminder at halftime, Dave will bring us an update on the college football scoreboard from the PSAC to all the way across the nation, right here at University Field. Big ball game, Bloomsburg and Kutztown locked in a 7-7 tie. Huskies with the ball, 2nd and 10 at their own 20. They move from our right to our left in this 2nd quarter. High formation, Aristine Henry at the tail of the tandem. Henry gets the call, tries the left side, has some running room at the 35, and put down in the open field just short of the 30-yard line. Aristine Henry, who really, he looked electric in that ball game last week against Millersville, and looks like he's on his game again today.
He is, considering all of his injuries and time he's missed and then having to come back and not be at full strength, he still averages 82 yards a game for the Huskies. But he looks like he has the potential to break that 50 or 60-yarder in any moment. That was the type of run there. Explosive run, finding the seam and then dancing once he hits the secondary.
3rd down and 1, Bloomsburg. Lechthaler in motion, left to right. He'll lead the block, and Henry gets the call. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Tries to bounce away, will not get there. It was not a clean exchange from Eric Miller to Aristine Henry. They actually almost ran into each other. And by the time Henry got the football, that play was in trouble. The Huskies will have to give it up.
Yeah, big third down stop for Kutztown. Come up with the view that Henry was going to be able to get the seam, some slowing down in the backfield, and then great pursuit of the ball.
A low snap, but Joe Dietrich able to get the kick away, and a nice kick, and Rogers back at the Kutztown 27-yard line. Over the 35, Jason Noble and Derek Williams wrap him up at about the 38-yard line. So Kutztown gets the football with the score tied at 7. There is a flag down the play back here at the Bloomsburg 31-yard line.
I didn't see the infraction. Depending on how it was thrown, it might have been the linesman who threw it. Huskies were offside, Jim, moved a little bit before the start of the play. I'd make them repunt it, I think. I think they can do better with the...
That's pretty good field position, 38-yard line.
Not bad. They're going to decline it, you're right. Plus the offense is strong. There's always things that can go wrong. You have to field the punt cleanly. There's chance of having it knocked away. So they will take that field position. Their offense has been strong. They'll just keep the ball there.
13 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Score tied at 7. If Bloomsburg wins this game, the Huskies have the PSAC East title outright. A Kutztown win, it'll end up in a 3-way tie. Millersville being one of those 3. Now, Urel Prosser will be the lone running back in this series for Kutztown. 3 receivers to the left side. DeMar DeLear under center. Has the snap, gives to Prosser, hit and dropped right about the line of scrimmage. That's good defensive work by Harold Allen, Jr. out of Lincoln High School in Philadelphia for the Huskies.
There's concern with Urel Prosser. Last year, he rushed almost for 1,000 yards on the season, and this year he was expected to have an even bigger season. But injuries slowed him down, missed a number of games. But he is an impact back, and if he can get his game going, he can make it very difficult for the Huskies.
Second down and 11. Golden Bears at their own 37. Slot to the left side. Phil Washington is wide to the right. DeMar DeLear has the snap. Straight drop, back to throw. Dumps the pass out of the backfield. Dropped by Urel Prosser at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 11 at their own 37.
Expecting that ball, but not expecting it to have that much zip. He's just swinging out of the backfield. He's about 8-10 yards away from DeMar DeLear, who puts it right at his face mask. Instead of getting the hands in front, he lets it get to his helmet and bounce off his face. He was unable to get control of it. But a dangerous runner would have been in open field on that swing pass.
Harold Allen leads the Bloomsburg lineup. They get an extra defensive back in Bryant Stone on 3rd down 11 Kutztown at their own 37. DeMar DeLear will operate from shotgun with a slot to the near side of the field. Has the snap, looking, fires over the middle. Caught by Hamilton. First down, big game to the 37-yard line. Trent Blake on the stop of the Huskies.
Wonderful pass. Wonderful pass. Minimal pass rush. The Huskies kept 9 people back in coverage, hoping to take all the receivers away, hoping for the interception. DeMar DeLear finds that particular pattern, reads it right, catches that man posting over the middle. Robertson now with his 5th catch of the game. That one is longest.
That was Hamilton. 26 yards on the catch by Rich Hamilton. He is wide to the right side from the Bloomsburg 37-yard line. DeMar DeLear back to throw. Cocks the arm, then dumps the pass out to Prosser, but he has to make a diving catch because the pass is out in front of him. And as a result, they'll gain maybe a yard in the play. It's right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much at all. He had to lead him because of the pressure coming, and he throws it low. So Prosser does all he can just to make the catch. They're not even going to move that yard marker, Jim, so call it no gain.
Second down and 10. Kutztown with the football at the Bloomsburg 37, trying to break a 7-7 tie. 3 receivers to the far side. Peacock, the tight end on the right. DeMar DeLear is going to give the ball to Prosser. Try that left side. Dyer wraps him up. Prosser pushes ahead to the 33-yard line. Picks up 4. Bring 3rd down and 6.
Running toward the trips. The Huskies are spread on that side. They're hoping they can run that corner hard with Prosser, who has power. But Dyer, mirroring the play very well from middle linebacker, gets it and makes a safe tackle. He realized it was 2nd and 10. He'll give this guy 3 or 4 yards, but not much more than that.
Big call coming. 3rd and 6, Kutztown at the Bloomsburg 33. Slot to the right side. Hamilton outside of Robertson. DeMar DeLear operating from shotgun. Has the snap. Looking. Steps up into it, fires, diving catch at the 25-yard line for a first down. Robertson makes the grab. He is their possession receiver and gets it for an 8-yard pickup, a third down conversion by the Blue Bears.
This quarterback's tough. You try to pressure him, he'll scramble, and the more time he buys himself, he can throw it on the run. He'll find one of these dangerous receivers open. Now it's the 5th catch for Robertson. Hamilton already has 4 to his credit. Well, he can really pick a team apart if given time, and Huskies are trying to pressure him, just can't get him.
Now DeMar Lear under center with a slot to the right side. From the Bloomsburg 25-yard line, he's back to throw. Looking, buying time, throwing long, open against Washington, has it for the touchdown. DeMar Lear to Washington, 25 yards, and the Gold Bears take the lead.
Oh, DeMar Lear thinks it happened. All sorts of time, little play action, fake to the right, roll to the left, and there's no pressure on him at all. Huskies in the secondary is not a little bit flat, but I think they see this quarterback all by himself and one that can have that sideline to run. Before you know it, Phil Washington runs behind them deep in the end zone, and they can't react back to the ball. An easy touchdown.
Marcel Kotke will attempt the extra point. The snap, the placement, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field, 10:42 to go in the first half. Kutztown 14, Bloomsburg 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Right here, Mike DeMar Lear, excellent junior quarterback for Kutztown, has thrown his second touchdown pass of the first half. And Kutztown leads Bloomsburg 14-7. 10:42 remaining in the second period as Wes Lindebom will kick off for the Gold Bears. Low line drive kick to the far side of the field. Picked up at the 15, returned to the 20, and down at the 6-yard line. Dave Solomon Jeff on the return for the Huskies. Andre Davison on the stop for Kutztown. And Bloomsburg will get the football. Well, Andy, the Huskies have moved the ball well, but you go back to 2 of their series, and 3rd and short, they were not able to convert. Those kind of plays are big in a game like this.
They are big, and normally the Huskies can convert. Kutztown defensively isn't all that strong on 3rd down defense. Only 37% stopping the opposition on the year. They've come up big so far in this first half.
1st and 10 Bloomsburg at their own 26. As Miller off play action rolls to his left, looking long for Lelko. The pass hangs up. Lelko has it at the Kutztown 45. Lelko breaks a tackle to the 40. Lelko brought down the 35-yard line. Eric Miller to Mike Lelko. But Kutztown was across that line of scrimmage in a hurry, but it was the ball fake by Miller that bought him time. And then Lelko broke open for the big game.
Double coverage, had a short man and a deep man. He got between the 2 zones. He threatened very deep, which got the deepest man backpedaling, and he sort of pulled up. So he gets to about 25 yards and starts traversing the field, gaining more yards on the run afterwards.
39 yards of the reception. 1st and 10 Bloomsburg at the Kutztown 35-yard line. Aristine Henry's the tailback in the eye. He gets the call off the left side and runs into his own blocker. He gets to the 30-yard line. This ball was being pushed back by a Kutztown defender, and Henry ran into him, so the game will be minimal. They'll mark it at the 33, 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
The pass really was nice. Play to Lelko prior to that. Now the Huskies trying to get back to the ground game and establish a dominance. But Kutztown comes up hard. Again, plays very physically front on defense.
Alan Lechthaler is the tight end on the right side. Lelko wide right, Johnson wide left. Miller gives to Aristine Henry. Is hit hard. Gets to the 31-yard line. This is good staff defense. Not bad. 3rd overall in the PSAC, rather in the entire PSAC. Earl Thornton, hard-hitting junior out of Bartram High School, Philadelphia, made that play. Another big 3rd down call. This time the Huskies need 6. 3rd and 6 at the Kutztown 31.
Most likely a passing situation unless you're thinking of going for it on 4th down as well. Shotgun for Eric Miller, so watch the pass.
Slots to the right side. Rockland Forge Jones in that wide receiver. Eric Miller has the snap. Back to the throw, looking long for Terrell Johnson, has a step, makes the catch in for the touchdown. Terrell Johnson from Eric Miller, 31 yards for the score.
Well, they just saw the isolated coverage. Welco on the right, cheats the safety his way, so isolated on the left is Johnson. Runs down at about 15, deeps to the outside, and then breaks inside the post, but he sort of turns it right up the hash. Throws the bomb, gets 2 steps on the corner, and a wonderful pass by Eric Miller.
Now the extra point attempt coming for Chris Thompson to try to tie it. The Huskies answer a Kutztown score with one of their own. Matt Vincent does the long snapping. The hold, I love it. It's a high snap. A high snap. It's botched. The Huskies do not tie the score. A high snap. And oh, that could be big in a game like this. 8:43 to go in the first half. Kutztown 14, Bloomsburg 13. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Last week, Bloomsburg was the beneficiary of a missed extra point in that 21-20 win over Millersville. This afternoon, an equally big game for the Huskies. They're hoping that a missed extra point attempt does not go the other way. Huskies, bad snap, do not convert. They trail Kutztown 14-13. 8:43 to go in the first half. Zach Quigley, the freshman, to kick off for Bloomsburg. Terry Robertson will come up and field it at the 6-yard line. To the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Hit hard at the 24-yard line. Making the stop for Bloomsburg is number 45, Sean Butler, freshman out of Council Rock. So Kutztown gets the football, leading by 1. They have it at their own 24.
It's been a game of the offenses, Jim. The defenses just haven't been able to stop the great passing and the great running games. Eric Miller now passing, has 90 yards. He needed 110 yards in this game to become the all-time leading yardage passer in Husky career history. He'll be getting to that soon.
First and 10 for Kutztown. 3 receivers to the right side. Jamison, the lone running back, goes in motion to the right. DeMar Lear back to throw. Quick out to Terry Robertson. Looks for room. Wrapped up by Jeremiah Dyer. Gets to the 29-yard line. First down pass will pick up 5. Second down and 5 for the Golden Bears.
That's 11 of 13 passing for DeMar Lear, and that's 140 yards for him. So the quarterback's really in a nice rhythm throwing the ball. Very few passes falling incomplete, no matter who's throwing it. DeMar Lear just seems very, very cool, very poised back there, finding the right receivers and making this offense click.
3 receivers to this, the near side. Second down and 5. Jamison is the lone running back. Fake to him. DeMar Lear turns the corner. He wants to run for it. And DeMar Lear dives for the first down over the 35-yard line. Well, he is an amazing athlete. Quarterback is a freshman. Wide receiver is a sophomore. This year, back at the quarterback controls because the starting quarterback was injured in the first game. Josh Warren will return next year. We asked the people here what will happen. Oh, DeMar Lear will go back to wide receiver. That's no problem.
What a talent, though, and he looked like a runner. He actually had a bit of a spirit to him. He's holding the ball in one hand, like when you come to tackle me, I'm going to spike this forward and gain another yard yet. He knew where the chains were. He wanted to make sure he got it. He wanted to maximize the yards by springing that hand forward.
First and 10 Kutztown at their own 37-yard line. Has the snap. Gonna run. Has room. Great job over the 40, 45. Spins away. Lost the hand momentarily. Very close to another first down. I'll tell you what, it's the Mike DeMar Lear show in the first half for Kutztown.
It is. You just don't know what to do. Paul Dara has to be very, very concerned. If you go in the middle of pass rush, he somehow finds the opening when his 5 receivers are working their pattern. He reads very well. If you come with additional pressure, he somehow dances, avoids it, scrambles, and either runs successfully or finds the open receiver as he is scrambling. He's tough.
Kevin Petrie, Fran Greger in at defensive end positions for Bloomsburg now. Fresh faces to try to get after DeMar Lear, who gives the ball to Jamison. Jamison tries to power it off the left side. Gets out to midfield. Jeremiah Dyer among the people in on the stop for the Huskies. Kevin Petrie, Dwayne Davis there as well. He's second and 8, Golden Bears from midfield. Clock running was 6:49 to go in the first half. And Kutztown leads Bloomsburg 14-13.
Huskies have to be happy to see a running back get a carry. That's not really the strength of this offense. DeMar Lear's been the hot hand. They need 3 strong defensive plays in succession to force the punt. There's the first. They need 2 more now.
Slot to the left side. Phil Washington is wide to the right. Now Washington comes in motion toward the line of scrimmage. Marlaire from shotgun has the snap, looks to run, now fires to Washington, wide open over the middle of the field, to the 25, all the way to the Bloomsburg 20-yard line. Washington was by himself.
He's going to be, because the quarterback threatening to run. He's the man who's on him in coverage, but he sees the quarterback step up, and if the quarterback chooses to run with no one coming up to pressure him, the Marlaire has 15 yards. So when Keys breaks toward the quarterback pulls up sharp, lofts it over his head, and hits that receiver.
30 yards on the reception. 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears. They have it at the 20-yard line. Washington wide to the right. Play action. Back to throw. Marlaire fires. Robertson's now wide open in the middle. To the 8-yard line, and Kutztown is just picking apart his Bloomsburg defense. That is the #1 rated defense in the PSAC.
Tremendous talent. It's a great system. It's a system where the quarterback is in the zone. 7 completes in a row. He started the game with 5 in a row before one fell incomplete. Now his last 7 have been completed. Huskies need a timeout, Jim.
5:46 to go in the half. Kutztown 14, Bloomsburg 13. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 46 seconds remaining in the first half of play here at University Field in Kutztown. PSAC East title on the line. Boy, Kutztown quarterback Mike Marlaire really giving the Huskies defense all sorts of problems here in the first half. He has his team leading by 1, 14-13, and they are on a terrific drive at the Bloomsburg 8-yard line where they have a 1st and goal.
Hot hand passing, 13 completes in 15 attempts, and if he turns to run, he's just as dangerous.
Slot to the left side. Washington to the right, now goes in motion left. So all the receivers to that side. Marlaire gives to Jameson, who tries the right. He's wrapped up by Max Keats from his linebacker spot after a gain of about 2 to the 6-yard line.
I think the Huskies would prefer to see that running game come at them. The Marlaire with a fake and play action, and then throwing on the run is the really dangerous element. Watch for it on this play. Ball's on the right hash, so watch for this quarterback to move to the left. Ball down is probably going to come with some sort of a contained pressure on that side.
Jameson actually got to the 5-yard line where it's 2nd down and goal. Marlaire will operate from shotgun. Hamilton wide to the right. Marlaire looking for Hamilton, now fires instead to Jameson for the touchdown. Marlaire to Vincent Jameson, who was all by his lonesome, and Kutztown built the lead.
Just too many receivers to stop, and they're at every different length all over. Plus, you have to worry about this quarterback with the run. Everything's going right for the Kutztown offense, and Jameson is making it happen. He is in the zone. Right there, you fake it to the running back, and then freeze him on the goal line, and then hit him with the pass.
Now Marcel Kotke will attempt the extra point, the big extra point. After Bloomsburg missed theirs, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field, 5:01 to go first half. Kutztown 21, Bloomsburg 13. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Here, 5 minutes and 1 second to go in this first half. Kutztown leading Bloomsburg by a score of 21-13. That last score, 8 plays, 76 yards. Mike Marlaire, 5-yard touchdown pass to Vince Jameson. And the Gold Bears have extended their lead to 8 as Wes Lindemuth, freshman from Southern Columbia, will kick off. His kick goes to the far side of the field, away from Brian Stone, takes a high bounce. Stone bumps it back at the 3-yard line. Then picks it up to the 10 and is buried at the 17. So the Huskies will start in a hole. The tricky ball to field took a high bounce, and then Stone dropped it. The Huskies starting out, and Andy, looks like one of those days. Bloomsburg's defense has played so well all season long, but they're running into a hot quarterback with a hot system. It may be one of those days where the Huskies have to win a shootout. A lot of pressure on the offense.
Al Hott and a quarterback in, about 14 of 16 passing for 190 yards, and we're not even at half. He is the hot hand. Huskies got to roll the dice somehow and slow him down, but the offense has to keep up right now.
Slot to this, the near side of the field. Aristide Henry, the tailback. Tries the right side, left down in his tracks. With a way DeMar Lear's play, Bloomsburg cannot afford a series without score. That's just the way things are going. You mentioned earlier, Huskies have had 2 possessions today where they came up short on third and short. They can't afford any of those.
That's not the norm. Tendencies of these teams reversed out a little bit with third down promise. Kutztown's been coming up big.
2nd and 10. Miller back to throw. Fires over the middle for Loco. Diving catch at the 39-yard line. Makes it for first down. Terrific catch by Mike Loco.
And check the yardage exactly, Jim. Officially, he needed 18 yards. Eric Miller did to become the all-time leading career passer in yardage in Husky history.
That's 21, so Eric Miller has done it. And he's done it with the help of Mike Loco, who dives for that ball. Just a terrific catch. Now, here's an interesting substitution for Bloomsburg. Toye Berry has come into the lineup, and it's caused a lot of confusion. And Bloomsburg doesn't need a timeout they didn't want to use. 4 minutes to go in the half. 21-13 Kutztown. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Huskies caused them to burn a timeout. They have just one remaining. They have it at their own 39-yard line with a 1st and 10. Exactly 4 minutes to go in the half. They trail 21-13. Slot to the right side, I formation. Henry at the tail of the tandem. Fake to him, Miller back to throw, fires it out, has the tight end, Brian Sullivan. Sullivan gets out to midfield, flag down after the catch by Sullivan.
And 3 of them showering upon the tackle, so you would think they probably grabbed out a face mask accidentally. Kutztown is pushing it against the Huskies, though. It was tackled right in front of those coaches on the Kutztown bench. I don't know what Brian Sullivan could have done. Pushed off. Maybe pass interference.
I don't think so. Illegal use of the hands. I think it was on the block by Mike Loco. There was nothing that Sullivan did, because those flags actually came in after Sullivan was down at midfield. And when Loco came in to try to block, you saw a kind of reaction from the Kutztown sideline. So it'll be nullify a good game for the Huskies. Bring it back to the 38, brings 2nd down and 11. I'll tell you, the player that made that play for Kutztown was Larry Brown. Good ball fake by Miller, but Brown didn't bite. They were almost at time for a bigger game. 2nd down from the 38-yard line. There's a pass out to Toye Berry on the right side. He's going to throw long to Terrell Johnson. Johnson dives and makes the catch at the 10-yard line of Kutztown. Toye Berry gets a parallel pass from Miller. He winds up, and Terrell Johnson lays out for a huge gain for the Huskies.
Toye Berry came in earlier, and the substitution wasn't made properly, which forced a timeout, so they wanted to go with that play then. Toye Berry had started his career as an offensive player, and he showed a tremendously strong arm. He heaved that ball a good 40 to 50, even 60 yards in the air. And Terrell Johnson, at full extension, just pulls it back into himself. A wonderful catch.
51 yards in the reception. 1st and 10 at the Kutztown 11-yard line. Slot to the right side. I formation. Henry gets the call off the right side, breaks the tackle, gets down to the 6-yard line. First off the right for Aristine Henry. 2nd down and 5. Bloomsburg at the Kutztown 6. Huskies trailing by 8. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
Huge momentum shift with a play like that, Jim. Momentum was going Kutztown's way. They had everything rolling offensively. Their defense wasn't playing badly. But you get a big play like that with a ball that's 65 yards in the air and you get a 51-yard completion, you really turn things in your favor.
2nd and goal from the 6. Miller on a roll left, fires. Terrell Johnson is hit. The flag will fly. Flag will fly. Bloomsburg will get the 1st and goal.
Came a little late, stuck in the official's pocket. It was rather obvious. He's hooking right there about a yard deep in the end zone. And the cornerback comes up through him. If he doesn't, it's most likely a touchdown. The defender trying to plead the case and trying to get the arm on the inside. You can't make any contact with that receiver while the ball is in the air. Strong secondary for Kutztown. A rather young secondary. 2 redshirt freshmen, 2 sophomores among the starters. But they play well. The Huskies are very impressed. The coaching staff looks at the tremendous speed and the interceptions this unit has put together.
First and goal, Bloomsburg at the Kutztown 2-yard line. 2:33 to go in the first half. Kutztown had too many people on the field, or no, some equipment problem or an injury problem, because they have to bring another player on. The officials motion to some, maybe blood on the uniform. But at any rate, they get that extra player in there. And Bloomsburg from the 2. Miller gives to Doug Werner. Werner off the right side, in for touchdown. Doug Werner in for the score. The Huskies are within 1.
Wonderful drive. The big play being the parallel pass to Troy A. Berry, who heaves it 60 yards downfield and catches Terrell Johnson on the bomb, who makes a wonderful full extension catch. Momentum their way. Pass interference call down inside the goal, and then the Huskies used a power running game. They need 2 points, and they're going to go for 2 points. Ball in the left hash, high formation behind Eric Miller.
Henry at the tail of the tandem. Rolling to his right as Eric Miller fires to Loco, dives, tries to make the catch, and does so! Mike Loco makes the grab. The Huskies have tied it. 2:30 to go, first half. Time out of the field. Bloomsburg 21, Kutztown 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds. On the line today, and a championship first half of football. It has been fun. 2 minutes and 30 seconds still to go. Bloomsburg 21 and Kutztown 21. Huskies tied on the 2-yard run by Doug Werner, and the conversion pass Eric Miller to Mike Loco. Terry Robertson and Andre Davis now deep for the Gold Bears, awaiting the kick from freshman Zach Quigley. Quigley's kick goes to the far side of the field, heading toward the out of bounds, and goes out of bounds. That's something the Huskies want. They don't want to give Kutztown any kind of good field position, because they have a quarterback who is red hot. We talked earlier about DeMar DeLaire being a wide receiver last year, and they really expected to go back to that position next year. Andy, unless Josh Warren is the second coming of Dan Marino, I've got to have DeMar DeLaire at quarterback.
In this game, you would have put Dan Marino over DeMar DeLaire. DeMar DeLaire, 14 of 16 passing, 190 yards, 22 yards positive rushing. He's been sacked, pressured on a couple of occasions. And Marino's not that mobile. He can't do what DeMar DeLaire is doing.
First and 10 for Kutztown at their own 35-yard line. I was going to say the second calling Terry Hanratty, but that would show my bias. Slot to the left side. DeMar DeLaire from shotgun with 2:30 remaining in the half. Has the ball. Fires over the middle. Has his man Prosser. Prosser tries to drag away from Keys. Can't do it. It'll get out to about the 43-yard line. It'll pick up 8, second down and 2. Kutztown with their nothing but a timeouts remaining, and 2:08, plenty of time the way this attack's been going.
They will, and of course, a field goal down to that range would be critical points. A ball game that's tied 21-21.
Prosser wide to the right. 3 receivers to the left. DeMar DeLaire from shotgun. Has the snap. Looking. Fires to Prosser. Wide open at midfield. Luke Murray tries to grab up in a great second effort by Prosser. Gets into the Bloomsburg 45-yard line. So DeMar DeLaire continues to pick the Huskies apart. 12 yards on that reception. First and 10 for Kutztown at the Bloomsburg 44.
16 of 18 passing, 210 yards, and now he's going to the back out of the backfield. Tie all the secondary up with dangerous receivers, spring them out downfield. Now with the great runner underneath to let him run with the ball after the catch.
A minute 29 remaining in the half from the Bloomsburg 44. DeMar DeLaire again from shotgun. Has the snap. Looking. Now he's going to run. Brian Sims wraps him up. The 41-yard line. And Sims playing with a broken thumb. Has that big cast on. Tough for him to wrap, but he did there as Kutztown will burn a timeout. 1:17 on the clock. Score tied at 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Locked at a 21-21 time at Kutztown. 2nd and 7 at the Bloomsburg 41-yard line. Following the Gold Bear timeout, Mike DeMar DeLaire from shotgun has the snap, dumps the pass out here to Prosser. He has it at the 40, and he's out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So they'll pick up 6, and I believe will come up a little bit short of the first down yardage with 1:11 to go in the half.
He got 11 completions in a row for DeMar Lear now. Last 3 all going to Urel Prosser coming out of the backfield. Very talented runner, but when he's been asked to carry straight ahead, the Huskies have been able to stop it. Swing him out of the backfield, let him catch it on the fly, and he's been very effective. Stops the clock and just a yard short here.
3rd down and a yard to go. Prosser, the lone running back. Slot to the left side. Washington wide to the right. Give us to Prosser. Has the first down as he pounds to the 33-yard line. Brian Sims on the stop. So the clock will stop as the sticks are moved. 1:06 remaining in this half. Kutztown looking to regain the lead with the score tied at 21. This will be big. Remember, they'll get the second half kickoff as well. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. DeMar Lear from shotgun has the snap. Fires long downfield or Peacock incomplete. Went to the tight end for the first time of the day, out the 5-yard line, overthrew. DeMar Lear not happy with himself. 2nd and 10 at the Bloomsburg 33. Clock stopped with 48 seconds to go in the half.
Breaks a string of consecutive pass completions at 10 with that incomplete, but 17 of 20 on the half. Well over 200 yards now. Does stop the clock. He thought he might run, but I think he thought he might hit the man deeper downfield. But tough throwing it on the run as he attacks the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, Kutztown at the Bloomsburg 33. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. But DeMar Lear goes to the other side to Prosser again. He's ridden out of bounds by Luke Murray. Short gain to about the 27-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and 4, just 44 seconds to go in the half.
A small chunk, 6-7 yards at a time as it goes now the 4th pass in this series to Urel Prosser. Prosser works his way out of bounds, keeps conserving seconds on that clock as they take it ever closer to the goal line. They're approaching field goal range.
Marcel Kotke is 6 for 8 field goals, as long as his 39. So just a little out of his range now, probably 1 short completion away. 3rd and 4. The 27th, DeMar Lear, pump fake, looking for room, has running room, look out, 20, 15, and hit hard across the way at about the 10-yard line.
Everyone was covered. His only option was to run with it. The Huskies tried to keep the contain, but they came with a minimal pass rush, so only 3 people to contain him. He's so elusive. The receivers are bending everything to the right side of the field, so he scrambles to the left. Takes a very hard shot. He didn't want to go out of bounds at first, thought he might get a few more yards. Huskies force him out of bounds hard.
Boy, Kutztown's not paying good attention to that clock. It's down to 20 seconds, and finally they get the timeout with 19 seconds. DeMar Lear yelling at the referee.
He was hit out of bounds, so why wasn't the clock stopped? I think he has a just argument here. He should have needed the timeout to stop this.
I didn't think he was out of bounds.
He pulled up right at the 10, and it looked like he thought he might be able to spin away, and he took a very hard hit. He must have thought he was out of bounds, and that's why they weren't paying attention. They assumed the clock was stopped, and then when they realized, very late in calling that timeout, and that's going to make it difficult for the touchdown now, Jim. You're going to have a 2 or 3 play sequence here where they're going to have to go right to the end zone. Used another timeout here and took a lot of time off that clock.
There's a lot of football yet to play in this game, but this is a big moment in the ball game. Kutztown scores a touchdown. They will not only go in with a 7-point lead, but then they get the football to start the second half, and the way this game's going, it's going to be back and forth if it continues. Who has the most possessions? Huskies could find themselves in a 2-touchdown hole early in the second half, so someone's got to step up defensively here. As Kutztown has it at the 10-yard line of Bloomsburg with 19 seconds to go in the score tie. DeMar Lear under center with a slot to the right side. Bloomsburg showing blitz, and they're coming hard. They don't get him, and he lobs it to the end zone, and it's incomplete. As Washington was battling with Luke Murray, goes incomplete. 16 seconds to go. 2nd and goal from the 10.
A lot of contact on that, but they're trying to go with the height. They're trying to get to that very tall receiver, stop him, and throw it high. They had success earlier with that, gaining inside position rather than running the fade. They fake the fade, curl it underneath, and throw high. But the receiver is pushing off, so they're giving the defender a little bit of physical activity in there as well.
16 seconds to go in the half for the Bloomsburg 10. DeMartelaire from shotgun has the snap, rolls right, fires incomplete. Great defensive work by Jeremiah Dyer as DeMartelaire was in the grasp as he let it go, and then some Husky got a hand on the football and deflected it.
Yeah, they did get that hand up, and that throws it off target, so a big play coming up here. Looking at that clock, 12 seconds left. Last chance for the touchdown, Jim. If they come up short here, those 3 points for the field goal will be big, and they'll have to go with that.
Well, one thing they want to make sure is they don't come up short of the goal line, because that clock might run out if this play takes any amount of time. Big play here. Third down, Kutztown for the Bloomsburg 10. 12 seconds to go in the half of the score tie. Slot to the right side. Washington wide left. DeMartelaire gets the low snap. He's going to scramble to left. Dyer hits up. Fumbles the football. The ball's picked up. And Keys returns to the 22. The Huskies get the big defensive play they needed. Jeremiah Dyer makes it. Bloomsburg takes over with 4 seconds remaining in the half.
DeMartelaire is just upset with himself, Jim. Somehow he got the ball from one hand to the other, and he thought of spiking it and stopping the clock. He saw the scramble wasn't going to reach out of bounds. He wanted to keep it downfield, but the ball's in the wrong hand. And it sort of is a fumble, but I think part of his head is, I need to ground this, and he lets it get loose, and it ends up being a fumble, and he knows it, so he's very dejected as he comes to the sideline. Golden opportunity for points, and they'll come away with none. Huskies are just going to kill this.
Jeremiah Dyer with a huge play for Bloomsburg as Eric Miller will go to one day, and the first half will come to an end. A terrific first half of football it was. Bloomsburg 21, Kutztown 21. We'll take a look at that first half in 60 seconds.
Completions at 23 attempts, 225 yards in the air, down to 69 on the ground. We have 294 yards for the Golden Bears at halftime. The Huskies defense on the season give up only 313 yards a game. So Golden Bears here at halftime are pushing that number. That certainly shows the strength of it. Actually, I read it wrong. They average 313 a game. Huskies only give up 252. So they're about 40 yards beyond what the Huskies normally give up the entire game. This is an extremely hot quarterback, Jim. I don't know what the Huskies are going to do to neutralize him. They've tried pressure, they've tried contain, they've tried extra coverage in the secondary. And it just seems that Mike DeMartelaire has the magical answer for everything, at least he did in the first half.
And the thing that's very impressive about the offensive numbers for both teams is these two defensive units coming in very impressive all season long. Bloomsburg comes in as the #1 rated defense in the entire conference, and Kutztown third. These are strong defense. That was great execution both ways.
It really is. The Huskies #1 in yards allowed with only 252 a game. But again, Kutztown's offense with 294. And you can flip it the other way, and the Huskies offense gaining 253 yards is, and again, almost what Kutztown would normally give up in the course of an entire game, which is 271. So the offensive game plans have been strong. I think there's been some special talent within the execution. You mentioned DeMartelaire and the great streaks. We got 11 in a row and 5 in a row. At one point he was 16 of 18 passing. But Eric Miller's no slouch either. He's 7 of 8 passing for 124 yards. So both offenses with the passing games have done it. The Huskies have looked stronger in the running game. It's been a back-and-forth one.
Kutztown will get the ball to start this second half. We'll see if the Huskies have made any defensive adjustments to try to stop DeMartelaire. Score tied at 21. Bloomsburg with a victory can win the PSAC title outright. If they lose, they'll have to share with both Kutztown and Millersville. Zach quickly kicks off. Kutztown moving left to right. The kick will go to Andre Davis up the middle at the 5-yard line, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. Davis breaks into the 30 and is stopped at the 34-yard line. David Salvajet among the people in on the stop. Eric Steffen there as well for the Huskies.
Too much, though, off the middle. Huskies had him contained, forced him to run up the inside. We saw just a little bit of a lane and accelerated through that. That's a very nice return.
First and 10 for Kutztown. Score tied at 21.
Curious to see defensively what the strategy will be. How do you control this very dangerous quarterback?
Slot to the right side. Phil Washington is wide to the left. Robertson in motion. to the right side. DeMar Lear back to throw, looking for Robertson. Has him, and Robertson is tackled in the open field by Rudy Garcia. Well, that's a nice tackle, but the pass will get out to the 39 for a 5-yard pickup.
Went down to about 5 and curl while the corner comes up hard and knocks him down. He will get the forward progress. A wonderful first down play. It's a ball control passing game. They rely on the pass and hope it sets up the run along the way. Right now, that's the 24th pass of the game for this quarterback.
3 receivers to the left side. 2nd and 5, Kutztown at their own 39-yard line. DeMar Lear under center has the snap, back to throw, fires it quick out to Robertson again, breaks a tackle attempt by Clay. Berry gets the first down. Normally a tough tackler. Berry that time is victimized by the veteran Robertson. And he picks up a Kutztown first down under the 45.
Robertson saw the man coming up and ducked under it. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage. Berry had him zeroed in. Robertson, cagey with the run, ducks under that, is able to escape, and then some nice running, eludes another potential tackler and gets to the chains.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears at their own 45-yard line. Just underway here, 3rd quarter with the score tied at 21. 3 receivers to this, the near side of the field. DeMar Lear is back to throw, big pass rush, but he dances away. Now he's going to keep the football, pushes it ahead at the last moment. The Jamison goes incomplete. DeMar Lear was in the grasp of Dwayne Davis and Matt Keys, and at the last moment, kind of shoveled the pass ahead intended for Jamison. Goes as an incompletion, 2nd and 10 at the 45.
Shovel it ahead left-handed, not right-handed, and had the look of fumble. I was watching, the umpire's watching, and he was going to allow that to be a fumble. But the referee and the linesman saw the action, saw it consciously pushed ahead, and they construed it as the forward pass, and they waved it off as an incomplete.
2nd and 10, Kutztown at their own 45-yard line. 3 receivers to this, the near side of the field. Jamison, the lone running back. DeMar Lear gives to Jamison, and he's brought down in his tracks. Brian Sims with a terrific play, getting in there low and getting in there in a hurry. And the senior co-captain from Downingtown brings Jamison down right about the line of scrimmage. We'll call it 3rd and 10.
Huskies are going to need some impact plays. Now they have 2 in a row. They stop the quarterback on his scramble and force him into an awkward forward pitch. Now they get a running back in the backfield. 3rd and 10. Huskies need to come up big here.
3 receivers to this, the near side. Bill Washington wide to the left. DeMar Lear from shotgun has the snap, has time, steps up into it, looking to run now, and he will be brought down at the Bloomsburg 48-yard line. Huskies with good contained. Greg Roskus making a tackle in the open field. So Bloomsburg gets a defensive stand to start this 2nd half.
Roskus actually looked like he was shadowing the quarterback. Gave the look that he was in a zone, but he was watching for that quarterback to break up. That would be his responsibility to keep him short of the chains, and he did. 4th and 4 for Kutztown in Bloomsburg territory. Huskies may have to be careful not to jump across here, as John Corson back to do the punting for Kutztown, back at his 38-yard line. Corson's kick will be fair, caught by Toye Berry. He makes a slide down on the 20-yard line. They make it. So Bloomsburg will get the ball for the first time in the 2nd half, with 12-10 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and the score tied at 21. Has to be a good feeling for the defense to be able to force that team to punt. So much offensive success. DeMar Lear with such a hot hand. Have to wonder, could they neutralize it? Did you get up the first down or 2 in that drive, but they forced the punt. Now the Huskies offense has their chance. Terrell Johnson wide to the right. Mike Loco wide left. Aristine Henry at the tail of the tandem. Fake to him. Miller back to throw. Has the tight end and right out of the hands of Brian Sullivan at the 30-yard line. Double coverage on each wide receiver. So it's a great call to go to the tight end down the middle. And Brian Sims is a little upset with himself. He was hooked up at about 15 yards down the middle. The safety staying deeper so he can cheat toward each side. But Sullivan just has it tipped through his fingers. 2nd down and 10. Loco wide to the left. Johnson wide to the right. Henry at the tail of the tandem. He gets the call, tries the left side, has some running room to the 25, cuts it outside, a good tackle in the open field. Saves the first down and maybe a big game. Pete Mendez coming from his safety position. Aristine Henry will pick up 7. So the Huskies will face a 3rd down and 3 at the 27-yard line. Be a long 3, not really a running situation unless they can break something with the sprint draw. I'd expect to see the quarterback a little bit more mobile too. Wide side of the field is to the right. This team can come with great pressure from the defensive ends. John Murphy, the power man on the right side.
Forgione wide to the right. Miller from shotgun has the snap. Here comes the rush. Steps up inward, fires the pass complete to Loco. Second effort gets him the first down out to the 34-yard line. Mike Loco just has that sense of where those sticks are. He'll get the extra yardage just enough almost every time.
It really didn't seem like there was any possible way he could do it. The quarterback is throwing under duress. He sidesteps a potential sacker, and he heaves it to Lelko well short of the chains. Lelko twists, refuses to go down, and gets an extra 4 yards after the catch. Just didn't seem to be there.
First and 10 at the 34. Kutztown jumped across, got back. The call goes to Henry. Hurdles one tackler, is hit hard as he gets up to the 39-yard line. Good first down burst by Aristide Henry to pick up 5. Second and 5, Bloomsburg at the Kutztown 39.
I think it's important that the Huskies control the tempo of this game offensively. They've seen how strong the offense for Kutztown can be and what they can do, and that gives a lot of momentum to Kutztown in the course of the game. So the Huskies would like to take this, establish a physical dominance, run when they can, pass by surprise, and then mix it as they go down the field, working some time off the clock.
Second down for the 40. Miller off play action, rolls right, fires on the run across his body, diving catch by Terrell Johnson at midfield for a first down. Boy, John Murphy was really in pursuit from his defensive end position of quarterback Eric Miller. He had to throw under duress, and Terrell Johnson lays out again for a terrific grab.
It was a wonderful catch and great movement by Miller to avoid the sack. Murphy's tough to avoid. He's big and he's agile. But Miller shows the quick feet, throws across the body, and finds that receiver. He's been on target with just about every pass the course of this game.
First and 10, Bloomsburg. 11 yards in the pickup at the Kutztown 49. Doug Warner, the fullback, gets the call. Bursts out the pack, just tripped up at about the 46-yard line. Doug Warner almost had a big gain there. Picks up 3. It'll be second down and 7 for Bloomsburg.
Early in the game, I noticed some quick hitters on the inside that probably would go. John Murphy heading off the field, really holding himself, Jim. It looks like he's shaking up pretty good.
You know, he did something when he was rushing Eric Miller because he was not well after that play. Second and 7 Huskies at the Kutztown 46. I formation. The call goes to the tailback, Aristide Henry, cut down in the open field. At the 42, maybe the 41-yard line. Matt Sola makes the stop for Kutztown. So it's going to bring up an important third down call. They had a lot of those today. It's at the Kutztown 42-yard line. 3rd and 3 Huskies.
We go for the run. The Huskies realize how important it is to get through the chains. That powerhouse of a defensive end is not in there. Again, they're putting him on the bench. Trainers looking to
3 receivers to this near side. Mike Loco started on, went back out. He's not in there as Miller fires to Rocco Forgione, and Forgione has the first down. Cuts down 34-yard line. They have Forgione more and more as this season progresses. The sophomore at Valley View becoming a valuable possession receiver.
His 14th catch of the season. He had 5 big catches against Millersville last week. Even without Lelko in, they run that precision route, move the chains. Big third down conversion for the Huskies.
First and 10 at the Kutztown 33-yard line. Score tied at 21. 8:40 remaining third quarter. Lelko back in for Forgione. He's wide to the right. Miller gives the ball to Aristide Henry, tries the right side, and nothing doing. Terrific defensive work by Dave Malone, 6 foot, 265-pound sophomore out of Hatboro Horsham. So nowhere for Aristide Henry to go. It'll be second and 10. Huskies, Kutztown 33.
Again, this defense is short the big man. John Murphy finally trying to walk that injury off. They were working the lower abdominal region like he pulled a muscle in there. He was in intense pain. He's trying to shake it off now, walking with the trainer.
Second down and 10, Bloomsburg at the 33. As Miller fakes handoff, keeps the football, turns outside and gets nowhere. Gets nowhere. It was a straight run. First time we've seen that in a long time, if at all, this season. But did not fool Kutztown. See when Jenkins makes the stop. But now a tough 3rd and 10 call at the Kutztown 33.
Attacking the defensive end where Jonathan Murphy is not. He's working with the trainer, so they thought they could fake on inside, provide an additional blocker, and let Miller do the running. Kutztown comes up strong.
Slot to the right. Johnson wide left. Miller from shotgun on 3rd and 10 has the snap. Back to throw. Fires the ball to Forgione at the 30. To the 25, to the 20, brings it outside to the 15, cuts it to the 9-yard line. Rocco Forgione makes the drive, gets big yardage, and the Huskies first and goal.
Trips on the right side. He's the widest man, and he cuts in behind it. It's the rocket screen. Wonderfully set up. He's led a little bit much, and he starts to stumble as soon as he catches it. And he just keeps stumbling downfield for about 25 more yards. Potential for the big run. Uses his blockers very, very well.
Bloomsburg at the 9-yard line. Miller on a roll right, looking in the corner for Lelko. The pass is there. Lelko diving and catch, makes the touchdown. Mike Lelko with a terrific catch in the corner of the end zone, and the Huskies have the lead.
He just has such great precision routes. He runs down, squares on out. The man is with him, but Miller leads him. It's a question of whether he can maintain inbound position. He makes the catch and touches that foot down inside the end line before going out of bounds. Beautiful throw from Miller. Wonderful catch by Mike Lelko.
Now the extra point attempt by Chris Thompson. Huskies have failed on one of these this afternoon on a high snap. Matt Vincent with the snap, the placement, the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked. The Huskies fail on another extra point attempt. Roy Stutz blocked it. That could be huge. 6:58 to go, third quarter. 27-21 is the Bloomsburg lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Bloomsburg on their first possession of the second half. Great scoring drive. Rocco Forgione with a couple of big third down receptions. Mike Lelko with the 9-yard touchdown reception, but the Huskies miss the extra point. It's blocked, and the lead is just 6. As Andre Davis will field a kick by Quigley back at the 5-yard line, and he's blunt down to the 20 at about the 23-yard line. Boy, extra points can come back to haunt the Huskies today. Eric Steffen, Derek Williams among the people in on that stop on the kick team for Bloomsburg.
Yeah. Tough with the specialty game to miss the point, but nice specialty play here on the return. Kutztown has been busting for greater yardage up the middle. Here the Huskies converge in a better field position for the defense to start.
Kent Peacock, the starting tight end, limping on the sideline. So new tight end Maurice Moore in for Kutztown in this series. They have first and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Slot to this near side of the field. DeMar Lear, play action, back to throw, fires the middle, Dyer tips it incomplete. Jeremiah Dyer almost picked it off. The pass intended for that tight end Maurice Moore who just entered the game.
Yeah, nice play by Dyer, but boy, he was so close. He was disappointed he couldn't intercept him. He was watching the receiver. When the receiver looked for the ball, he's running with him, and he looks, and it's hitting him in the back shoulder. So a very difficult ball to intercept. But Dyer in position certainly to make the break off. Wishes he had the turnover.
Jeremiah Dyer figured prominently in the turnover at the end of the half that was big in this game, forcing the fumble by DeMar Lear. Second and 10. Kutztown at their own 23. Bloomsburg showing blitz, and they're coming, but Kutztown picks it up in the pass out to Robertson at the 25, dancing around, draws a crowd, gets out near the 30-yard line. Bloomsburg coming on a blitz, but was picked up very nicely by the Golden Bears. Allowed DeMar Lear to hit his favorite target, Terry Robertson. They're going to mark the football right at the 30, so pick up of 7, 33.
His 10th catch of the game. Almost moved like a running back. Get him short of the line of scrimmage, let him run in open field. There he was dancing down the sideline, could have gone out. Bounces on back, it's an extra 2 or 3 yards with the dancing.
DeMar Lear from shotgun on 3rd and 3. Robertson in motion to the right. DeMar Lear has the snap, back to throw. He's rolling right, dumps the pass to Robertson, goes high, makes the grab for a first down to 39. Terrific play. Huskies had all kind of pressure on DeMar Lear. Threw it higher than he wanted, and Robertson went way up there and got it for a 9-yard pickup.
Jeremiah Dyer blitzing up the middle, forces the quarterback wide, but there is no contain. So he's able to roll to the right. Question is whether he wants to run it. When people commit to him, he'll just toss it over their hands and hit the open receiver.
First and 10, Kutztown at their own 39-yard line. Vincent Jameson is the lone running back behind quarterback Mike DeMar Lear. Jameson gets the call. Zach Myers hits him down after a short gain out to the 41-yard line. Second down and 8 for Kutztown.
And people feel that you need to run on occasion to keep everything on. I don't think I'd run a play if I had this Kutztown offense. I wouldn't have a run. I'd let this quarterback go. You try to charge, let him scramble about, and I would race him down with the running play.
It's not like you've got a player that's going to stand and stay in that pocket and just let the defense take shots at him. Second and 8 from the 41. DeMar DeLaire with a slot to the near side of the field. Takes the snap, back to throw, fires a quick out, intercepted by Brian Stone at the 40 to the 35 to the 30. Brian Stone down to the 25-yard line. Huskies come up with a huge defensive play. The freshman from Connecticut, Brian Stone, picks off the pass. Bloomsburg in business at the Kutztown 25-yard line.
Kutztown rarely makes mistakes. Giveaway, takeaway ratio in their favor at a +4 on the season. But here an interception by a man who rarely throws them. DeMar DeLaire, only his 8th interception of the entire season. And that is a big one, a turning point in this game for the Huskies. Can they capitalize?
Bloomsburg leading by 6, 5:44 to go third quarter from the Kutztown 25. Miller gives the ball to Aberstein Henry, has some room inside the 20. Aberstein Henry down to the 16-yard line. Big burst on first down call. Henry picks up 9, second and 1 Huskies.
50 yards on the game now for Aberstein Henry, and this team is pumped up. Turnovers create great momentum. The offense picking it up, and the defense gave them the great spot.
Slot to the near side of the field. Second down call. Call goes to Jameson McLaughlin, the fullback, has the first down, and then some. Barrels over tackler, gets to the 5-yard line. McLaughlin straight ahead. First and goal, Bloomsburg.
First is about 10 yards. People key through the tailback when they see the fullback coming at them. They think he's going to block. They want to dodge away, but he has the ball. So a soft spot in the middle on the very quick hitter. First and goal from about the 6.
Jonathan Murphy back in there in a defensive end position for Kutztown. Just short of the 5-yard line. Bloomsburg, first and goal. Miller gives the ball to Henry, trying to sweep the left side, looking for room. It gets down to the 3, maybe the 2-yard line, where Alex Decker, the middle linebacker, can make the play. Second down and goal for the Huskies.
Every yard banners running to the left side. Strong blocking in there. Sean Fluso attacking, neutralizes his man. They're chicken fighting. And Henry's able to use the speed, get wide of it, and inch it ever closer. Put 3 to 4 yards on that spot, just inside the 2-yard line.
Second down and goal for Bloomsburg. McLaughlin ahead of Henry in the I formation. Mike Loco splits wide to the right side. Like Taylor on a wing to the left. They give it to Henry. Tries that right side and does not get in there. Good defensive work by Brian Rogers, defensive back, coming up. So it's going to be third down and goal for Bloomsburg. And they'll mark the football at the 1.
He brought it about half the distance he wanted. And I don't think the Huskies will go for a field goal on 4th, Jim. If that's the case, they go straight ahead again. Keep it inside the tackles north and south. I think they need a touchdown here.
Third down and goal. Miller, quarterback keeper off the right side, gets him for the touchdown. Eric Miller in for the score, and the Huskies build the lead.
He goes behind Manny Henry on the right. That's the place he likes to run. If we're sure of the touchdown call, I'm watching, yes.
Manny Henry is the man to follow. And Eric Miller drives behind him for the score. And now Bloomsburg will go for 2. They had the last extra point attempt blocked. As there's a slot to the right side, I formation. Miller sets him down, takes the snap, rolls right, looking for Loco, deep in the end zone, makes the grab for the score. That time they go deep in the end zone. The Huskies convert again. 3:40 to go, third quarter. Bloomsburg 35, Kutztown 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Thank you very much, Dave. Right here, 3:40 to go, third quarter. Bloomsburg on top of Kutztown, 35-21. Zach Quigley will kick off for the Huskies. And And his kick will sail to Andre Davis back at the 2-yard line. Up to Bloomsburg 5 to the 10, the 15 to the 20, and tripping up. Gets to about the 25-yard line. Look at Mike Walensky. Had a hand on him and knocked him down. But Kutztown gets the football. It's been a big third quarter for the Huskies. They drive for a touchdown. Good-looking drive. And then Ryan Stone with the interception, setting up a second score.
And the team that doesn't normally have the turnovers and suffered two critical ones right in the last 10 seconds of the half. They give the ball up on about their 5-yard line. And then for the potential where they want to go down and come right back and get a score, they throw the interception here in this third quarter.
Ralph Prosser is the lone running back behind Mike DeMartelaire. Slot to the left side. DeMartelaire has the snap. He's back to throw. Fires the quick out to Hamilton. Breaks away from Luke Burley. Straight arm to a tackler and gets out near the 38-yard line. Strong effort by Rich Hamilton. Good-looking redshirt freshman wide receiver from Central Office. 6'3", 230 pounds wide receiver. Pick up 13 on the reception. 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's a talent. Again, this team looks at that short passing game, spreads the field, drills it all in, and then tries to get a nice little run after the catch. Successful there.
Slot to the left side. Prosser the lone running back. Golden Bears from their own 38-yard line. DeMartelaire back to throw, looking long for Hamilton. Makes the ground to 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He goes into the touchdown. DeMartelaire to Hamilton. Touchdown right back out.
Short pass, they're just successful with the short pass and with the rough. Now they fake that, and you can't play in the corner for biting. Then Hamilton turns and deep upfield, and he's going to have the step. Wonderful pass by DeMartelaire. He's been throwing short all game, and now he airs one out. He's right on target with the ball. And Hamilton then just races it on in for the score.
Now the extra point attempt coming for Hopkins. The snap is a little bit low. The placement is there. The kick is off, and the kick is good. Out of the field. 2:58 to go, third quarter. Bloomsburg 35. Kutztown 28. Back in 30 seconds. Field at Kutztown. Bloomsburg and Kutztown, two of the highest-rated defensive units in the PSAC. In fact, Bloomsburg number 1, Kutztown number 3. But it's been a day for the offenses. The latest offensive attack, a 62-yard bomb. Mike DeMartelaire to Rich Hamilton. Cutting Bloomsburg the lead in half. 35-28 Huskies. 2:58 to go, third quarter. West Liverpool kicks off for Kutztown. And the kick will sail to Julius King at the 10-yard line. The Huskies the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, and we return. I think out to the 37-yard line. TJ Stanford makes the tackle for Kutztown. So Julius King. Henry was a whisker, taking that a long way. Picks up 9, second down and 1.
He's been strong. He's the ball carrying. In fact, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of Marcus Grace. Henry has a good rhythm going in this running game.
Second down call. Their own 45-yard line. Mike Loper wide to the left side. Henry trying the right side, has the first down, gets out to midfield. At halftime, we're speculating on what can you do to stop this high-powered Kutztown offense today. And their outstanding quarterback, this is what you can do.
This is what you can do. Grind it out on the ground. Don't let them have the ball. It's the safest way to do it. Take as much time off the clock as you can. Huskies were protecting a 2-touchdown lead, but in less than a minute, it's down to 1 touchdown. I'll just try to keep it out of their hands.
1st and 10 from midfield. Terrell Johnson wide to the right side. I formation, play action, going back to throw. Fires down on left Taylor. He bobbles the football, and it's almost intercepted. And the Huskies having trouble with the tight end position. Catching the football today. The second drop. And that one almost big because after the bobble, it was nearly intercepted.
Only 3 incomplete passes in the entire game. Were right in the hands of each tight end. We can't ask for much more out of Alec Miller. The call was there. It was a nice 10, 12-yard gain. He has to catch it completely and bring it into his body.
2nd and 10, Bloomsburg from midfield. And now Miller will operate
there, probably broke him down with his hands. The holding is involved. Of course, that will be accepted. Huskies will be second and long, forced into a passing situation. They've been strong passing. Now, when Kutztown's looking for it, it makes it all the tougher. It pretty much takes away the running game with this long down distance. Again, to the young secondary, but a very talented secondary. The Kutztown team is a program that people are going to have to reckon with in the future. A lot of sophomores, a lot of redshirt freshmen playing. Probably the best talent youthful kickers in this secondary. They've been ball-hawking even throughout the season.
Second and 21, so a try that started with 6 promise. Back-to-back carries by Henry. Is now in jeopardy. Miller play action back to throw. Fires the pass. Down at the line of scrimmage. So they set it earlier. Popovich coming to take. Got his hand on that one. Now third and 21.
Let it go down the middle. I'm not sure if they're going to try to tie it again. Those patterns have been open. Dangerous wide receivers take the corners and safeties with them toward the sideline and up and open it down the middle of the field. That was blocked by the defensive lineman.
Third down and 21. Bloomsburg. Terrell Johnson wide to the right. Miller from shotgun has the snap. Has the time. Fires to the far side. That is Terrell Johnson. He's hit hard. Gets out the big throw. And the punt team will come on. Penalty for the drop pass. Really hurt. And Joe Dietrich and the punt team will come on. Boy, they look so good for Bloomsburg just moments ago. Touchdown lead. Now it's just one touchdown and Kutztown to get the ball back.
Yes, they are. That high-powered offense just itching to get out there and try again.
Dietrich back at his 36, has the snap, gets the kick away. Good. Yeah, high and deep. Rogers will let it bounce and it will go into the end zone. Took a bad bounce where Bloomsburg was concerned. He about the 10 went into the end zone. So Kutztown have the football at their own 20-yard line with the first and 10.
Husky running on down there trying to keep it from going to the end zone. So he took his eye off the lighting, the scaffolding in the end zone where they do the camera work. But he's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, fans were reacting to that. Fine effort on his part, trying to keep it from going in. Not watching, not expecting anything to be there.
50 seconds to go. Third quarter. Kutztown trailing by just 7 with the football thrown 21st and 10. DeMar Lear from shotgun. Slot to this the near side of the field. He has the snap. He rolls to his right. He fires to the sideline. Incomplete. Beyond the reach of Phil Washington. Pretty good coverage there by Ruben Garcia. It's going to be second down and 10. Kutztown at their 20-yard line. 35-28 is the Bloomsburg advantage. 46 seconds now remaining in this third quarter. A Husky victory gives them the PSAC East title outright. A loss would mean a three-way tie for the championship for this season with Kutztown, Millersville, Bloomsburg. Kutztown being the first title since 1980. So you can imagine the energy they're putting into this one. Second and 10 from their own 20. Slot to the left side. DeMar Lear. Straight drop back to throw. Fires a pass to Jameson in the flat of the 20. Gets that head of steam up and gets the stand delivering to the 36-yard line. Vincent Jameson, 130 pounds. Gets the 12-yard pickup first and 10 Blue Bears.
A tough catch. Still out there around the swing. He has to get low to get it, and then he's at a standstill. But he picks up blockers downfield. Some interference is created. He's a strong runner after the catch. It's the short passes, the running, giving them the yardage afterwards.
Slot to the left side. Jameson below running back. Kutztown first and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Mike DeMar Lear, the junior from Lansdale Catholic, has the snap. Quick out to Robertson. Robertson runs down the open field. Gets out to the 38-yard line. Matt Keys on the tackle. As the third quarter will come to an end. It's a wild one. The score, Bloomsburg 35, Kutztown 28. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
That is the end of the third quarter at University Field with the score Bloomsburg 35, Kutztown 28. 1515. You can also read up-to-date news about all of your favorite sports on the Games Athletics website under Athletics at www.kutztown.edu.
Thank you very much, Dave. PSAC East title on the line. Postseason implications big here at University Field in Kutztown. 1 quarter They have a first down up to the 43-yard line. Greg Vasquez ran Gregor in on the stop for Bloomsburg.
It's just such a deliberate offense. He's willing to throw it 5 yards, and most of the rough, he doesn't get it, he'll take the 5 yards. People start sprinting downfield and then just stop on a dime. The defenders have to keep backpedaling. The ball's in the air. Great ball control, passing offense, and DeMar Lear really is the trigger man to run this so well.
First and 10. Little Bears at their own 44. Slot to this, the near side of the field. Jameson gets the call. Running back off the left side. Has room. Gets to the 44. Down by the 45. Great block him off that left side. And Vincent Jameson running hard.
And not just the block there at the Huskies are anticipating passes engage. They're starting to backpedal. They're watching the formations, watching the receivers, and the run catching somewhat off guard. Jameson uses his nice speed, getting to the outside, getting the changing in.
13 yards in the carry by Vincent Jameson. Kutztown now in Bloomsburg territory. 43 yards away from a tying score. Slap to this, the near side of the field. Bloomsburg showing blitz, they're coming. Kutztown has the answer. Now DeMar Lear will be hit and drop back in midfield. Well, Matt Keys, the blitzer did indeed get to Mike DeMar Lear. And the sack back to the 49-yard line, second and 16.
Maybe he's fatiguing a little bit, Jim. That's his 11th carry. He has 44 yards off the game. He's been scrambling and throwing, scrambling and running. And it seems he's been able to dodge those people coming from the backside. This time he cannot get away, and he suffers the sack.
Second down, ball coming. Pitch down to the Bloomsburg 49. Washington wide to the left side. Slot to this, the near side. DeMar Lear will operate from shotgun. He has the snap. They're coming on the blitz again. This time he gets away. Ryan Stoughton and runs him up the 47-yard line. Well, Bloomsburg has decided to come after DeMar Lear on back-to-back plays. They have gotten to it.
Vasquez came unblocked from the right side, and that forces DeMar Lear after a quick pump fake to take it straight up the middle. He felt the pressure, knew he'd suffer the sack. So he heads up the middle. He gets some interference from his people. Gets some positive yardage on it, but not the big yardage he wanted downfield. Third and good 12 coming up.
The ball at the Bloomsburg 46-yard line. Big call early fourth quarter. Bloomsburg claiming to a 7-point lead. Slot to this, the near side of the field. DeMar Lear from shotgun. Has the snap. Looking downfield. Here comes the blitz. Gets the pass away. The ball tipped and incomplete. Trent flicked and a terrific play downfield. And the Huskies really put a hit on DeMar Lear, who's getting up very slowly.
Kevin Petrie wasn't blitzing, Jim. It was a straight rush. He defeated the offensive tackle on the left side. That was a 3-point stance. Most of the offensive linemen have been staying up to 2 in the obvious passing damage. So Petrie comes off, beats the man out of the stance, and puts the power rush right on and crunches the quarterback who has to throw in a hurry.
And downfield, a terrific play by Flick as Hamilton went high and made a good effort for the football. Corson back to punt. John Corson, the freshman, back at the Kutztown 41-yard line. Has the snap, gets the kick away. Sails it high, fair catch by Troy Berry. Goes out of bounds. See where they'll walk the football. Talking about the 12-yard line. Second punt by Corson. The Huskies take over the ball. With 12:49 to go in this football game, Bloomsburg leading at 35-28.
Wouldn't mind winning 35-28 with that philosophy in mind. Keep the ball away from Kutztown. They really like to establish the power running game. Again, one of the factors in this game is the fact that Jeff Smith, the starting defensive tackle, is not dressed for this game, homesick with the flu. Admirable job in there, by Brian Bingham. Not quite as strong as he usually is.
Aristide Henry is the lone running back. He gets the ball on a delay, looks for some room. There's nothing there. Ball gets maybe a yard on the play. They want to get the play for Kutztown.
And I'm wondering why we're not seeing Marcus Blaze alternating at all. I remember him having about 10 carries early in the first half, and I don't think we've seen a carry from him since. I checked him on the sideline. He was there in uniform, but his helmet wasn't at his side. We've seen a lot of DJ Henry. That's his 18th carry now.
Second and 9, Bloomsburg from the 13. Miller back to throw, rolling to his left, fires to the sideline to Terrell Johnson, makes the catch at the 30-yard line. First and 10, the Salt
that curls up at about 18. Ball delivered right on target. You know he's going to take the hit, but he holds off that ball well.
First and 10 Huskies, 18 yards on the reception by Terrell Johnson. High formation behind quarterback Eric Miller down. Jameson blocked with the fullback. He leads the way for Aristide Henry, and Henry tripped up behind us against the 34-yard line. Earl Thornton, a linebacker, 206-pound junior mark from high school in Philadelphia, makes the stop. 3 yards for Aristide Henry. Second down and 7 for Bloomsburg, where they would love a long, time-consuming drive here. Still 11:30 to go in this game, and the Husky lead is 7, 35-28 Bloomsburg. Let's go wide to the right. Terrell Johnson to the left, I formation. Matt Russell over the football to the 34-yard line. Eric Miller gives the ball to Aristide Henry, and he gets out to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. Going to bring up a third down ball, and a big one for Bloomsburg. They need about 3.
The roll for a win for Ross. The offensive line has been strong. But they've been effective in passing as well. Critical receptions.
Kutztown. Eric Miller rolling right and throwing across his body to the middle of the field. Terrell Johnson with another big grab, and the Huskies in business in Kutztown territory.
It was huge. Wide standing trips to the right, just the short side of the field. The roll comes that way. But he's posting over the middle, breaks coverage behind the linebackers as they start moving to their left, following the quarterback.
From the Kutztown 47, he gives to Jameson McLaughlin inside the 40 to the 35 to 30. And Jameson McLaughlin down near the 27-yard line. The Huskies go to the fullback, and the 209-pound sophomore from Bloomsburg, Virginia, delivers with a 19-yard burst and a first down in the 28.
He's had some nice carries. That's his second 29 yards now on the game. Doug Warner's contributed with some runs at fullback as well. People keep through to that tailback, and off that fullback cancer pride. That was a strong run.
Now 3 receivers to the left side. The low running back is Aristide Henry. He gets the ball inside the 25. Getting hard as he gets to the 20 to the 19-yard line. The offensive front for the Huskies doing their job, and Aristide Henry taking advantage as he picks up 8 on a first down carry, second down and 2. That clock running now, 9:40 to go in this football game, and Bloomsburg on a drive trying to add the 7-point lead.
Second and short's a great situation for the Huskies. They have to make sure they don't lose any yardage here.
Up the line to the right. Terrell Johnson wide left. Eric Miller on a long count. Takes the snap and too much time to go.
Shot Flusso. He was going with the hard count. He brought the defense across. And then with one more hard count, left tackle shot, Flusso flinches. Now they can move the Huskies back. I mentioned second and short is a great situation for the offense. The one thing you can't do is lose the yardage. If you go to the end zone, you can try and pick plays. You don't want to take the loss. There the Huskies are trying to capitalize on the hard count. They've been penalized because of the hard count. Their own man flinching.
This drive started at the Bloomsburg 12-yard mark. In half reach, it's now 20 now, it's at the 25. Second down and 7. They'll go wide to the right side. Miller play action, back to throw. Looking, fires, the ball's nearly intercepted. He'll be behind the intended receiver, Terrell Johnson, at the 17. And now a big ball. 3rd and 7 Huskies at the Kutztown 25.
3rd and the shuffle pass that cannot be fumbled. You're getting intention wide. You're spreading the defense out. Let that aggressive rush come hard. Shuffle it left-handed, and Aristide Henry with his tremendous running ability makes it happen, easily gets the chains.
First and goal, Bloomsburg at the Kutztown 8. 8:43 to go in the football game. Huskies lead is 7. Miller gets the ball to Jameson with Blackman straight ahead. He covers down to the 5-yard line. Second down and goal, Bloomsburg.
And 3 or 4 more. Taking those as they can get them. Tough running inside the red zone. The fullback has been successful when called upon in this game. McLaughlin here gets some tough yardage on the inside, off the left.
A tremendous drive, starting from 12-yard line. They're now at the Kutztown 5. Couple of third down conversions along the way. Henry to tail back of the eye. Second down and goal. Aristide Henry off the left side. Is hit and hit hard right behind. His defensive end position. Plus of a yard back to the 6. It's third down and goal.
He's a tough cookie. Can really play. Sheds the potential blocker. Moves to the inside. Beats that man right on the line of scrimmage and drives him back. The Huskies would have liked to have done it with the run, but here on third down now, more likely a passing situation. Ball on the left hash. Elbows out wide to the right.
Terrell Johnson wide left. Miller takes the snap, rolls right. Up fake, fires for the ball. Picked off! Picked off! Intercepted by Davis. Davis picks it off. Kutztown takes over. Huge turnover. Bloomsburg turned away. Kutztown has a trailing by 7.
Good friend Andre Davis. Miller's rolling, doesn't want to take the sack. He wants to pump it. He can't because of cover. He wants to throw it. No one outside. It looked to me like it's going to be a safe pass. It's either Velcro out of the chance or nobody. However, Andre Davis just kicks it an eye here, extends himself, and makes a wonderful interception on a ball that didn't look like there was any chance for the interception. Tremendously athletic play.
Third interception of the season for the redshirt freshman from Dobbins Tech in Philadelphia. First and 10, puts down their own 8-yard line. Trips to the right side. DeMardo Lear has the snap. Back to throw. Fires to Robertson. He has the pass. Gets by Dyer. Still on his feet. Out to the 20-yard line. First and 10 for Kutztown. 12 yards on the pickup.
Momentum switches. The turnover is Miller in. Huskies don't get the touchdown center for a field goal. They create a 10-point lead, which means an awful lot this late in the ballgame. 7:15 left to go. But go up without the points, give momentum to Kutztown. They can drive down and tie this.
Slot to this, the near side of the field. DeMardo Lear operating from shotgun. Washington is wide to the right. DeMardo Lear has the snap. Fires the pass out here. Has Prosser. He's wrapped up by Roskus. Out before. Gets about 3, maybe 4. Just a quick out to Yarel Prosser, running back of the series. They mark up the 24, second and 6 for Kutztown.
Running back who has 6 catches, but only 3 running attempts on the course of the game. And it shows the propensity of this offense. Pass first, run second. However, if you fall asleep and ignore that run altogether, they can burn you there.
Second and 6. Kutztown from the 24-yard line. Slot to the right side of Martin Lear. Quick out to Robertson. Robertson dragged down by Jeremiah Dyer. He gets out to the 28 to the 29-yard line. Skipper with third down and short. This could be the series of the game. 6:09 left in the clock. Bloomsburg can make a defensive stand. The Huskies would be just a couple of first downs away from winning. But Kutztown has the football, 3rd and 1 at the 29.
What a game for Robertson. 14th catch of the game.
Prosser is the long running back. Bloomsburg bunched up along the line. 3rd down and 1. DeMardo Lear on a long count. Back to throw. Fires a pass. Has Robertson again. Another catch. First and 10 out of the 56-yard line.
Ball control. Double cover him, even though he has 15 catches on the course of this game. The other receivers are just as dangerous. They'll fit the system and do it the same way. So not long catches, kind of like a running game. It's like a running back getting 6 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards every pop.
From the 36-yard line. Kutztown with a 1st and 10. Slot to the near side of the field. DeMar DeLear back to throw. Fires a quick out. Incomplete. Intended for Rich Hamilton. But that pass had been underthrown. Toye Berry would have had the interception and some real estate down this near side.
You know, it might have been for Robertson who fell down, and that might be the only way to stop him in this passing combination. He was in front of that pass, and he slipped. I was making sure he wasn't knocked over while the ball was in route, and he kicked the sod up. And I think it might have been directed in his direction first.
2nd and 10, Kutztown at their own 36-yard line. 5:14 to go. They trail by 7. DeMar DeLear play action, back to throw. Fires as the tight end, but he drops the football. Not a good day for tight ends.
No.
Passes. First dropped the couple. Time Pitcock dropped it. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Here's a huge call coming for Kutztown. 5:09 remaining in the ballgame. Bloomsburg leading by 7. Golden Bears can't afford to give it back to the Bloomsburg offense. Husky crowd, and it's a considerable crowd, we should point out, across the way. On their feet, urging the defense to make what might be the play of the day.
They need it here. Wouldn't surprise me if they go on 4th down. They don't get it here yet.
3rd and 10. Timeout, Kutztown. 5:09 to go. Huskies by 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Thank you very much, Dave. Right here, a terrific football game. Bloomsburg and Kutztown, PSAC East title and postseason implications, all here. And Bloomsburg leading Kutztown 35-28. 5:09 to go. Kutztown, big call coming following their timeout. 3rd and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Mike DeMar DeLear will operate from shotgun. Bill Washington is wide to the right. There's a slot to the left. DeMar DeLear has the snap. Looking. Fires. Has his man Hamilton first down at the 48-yard line. And Hamilton goes down and both knees makes the grab. And a big conversion by the Gold Bears.
The stop pattern, run 10 yards, get what you need, and then pull up. The receiver knows where he's planning to make that break. The defender doesn't. If you play it too tight, you have the chance of being beaten deep. So he gets enough for the chance, delivered right on the money.
2 timeouts remaining for the Gold Bears. 4:50 to go in the game. They have it 1st and 10. They're on 48. Slot to the right side. Back to throw to DeMar DeLear. Pump fake. Now here comes the rush. He's rolling left, and he's forced out of bounds. Right about the maybe the 48-yard line. Hamilton came back and put a block on Jeremiah Dyer, but Huskies with good pursuit of DeMar DeLear, they'll actually lose a half yard back to the 47. We'll call 2nd down and 11.
The Huskies will take that. They need 2 more strong defensive plays, but again, Kutztown might be in 4th down territory as well as that clock continues to wind on down. 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Slot to the right side. Prosser wide to the left. DeMar DeLear from shotgun. His own 47-yard line. Just a 3-man front for Bloomsburg. As DeMar DeLear has the snap. Back to throw. Now he finds Michael over midfield to the Bloomsburg 40, to the 35. Gets a great block out of bounds across the way. Huge gain to the Bloomsburg 26-yard line.
Who wants to? Jeremiah Dyer behind the shadow of the right down the field. And he goes to the left. Right to the way out of the great double. He leads the Huskies in the dust. Showed tremendous speed and great open field. Of course, the receivers are so dangerous, the secondary must lock on and give them all the attention. That dangerous quarterback finds the seam and makes the most of it.
27 yards in the carry. Kutztown 26 yards away from a tying score with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game. Trips receivers to the near side of the field. The call goes to Prosser up the middle, and not much doing. His gang tackled after gain of maybe a yard. Wayne Davis sit on the stop for the Huskies.
Finally mixing that road in. Last time they had done it, they were able to break it for a good 10-yard gain and then keep some pressure off the quarterback later in the series. The Huskies are aware. They read it well and they stop it.
2nd down and 8. When DeMar DeLear takes this snap, the clock will be under 4 minutes remaining in the football game. Bloomsburg leading it 35-28. 2nd and 8 Kutztown at the Huskies 24. 3 receivers to the near side. DeMar DeLear has the snap. He's looking. He fires. The ball's tipped and it's intercepted by Rudy Garcia at the 5-yard line. 10. Garcia brought down at the 22-yard line. Garcia picks it off. The Huskies get the football.
It was zipped. And Jeremiah Dyer goes up, and he goes to get it, goes through his hands. Then it's to Phil Washington, and because it's deflected, it bounces off Washington's hands. And Rudy Garcia is behind that. There's still a lot of zip, but it doesn't look like Rudy Garcia is going to be able to adjust in any way to get to it because it's moving too fast. But fingers like glue grab that ball as it's darted, and he takes that second deflection and then makes a wonderful return. Huge turnover, second interception of the game.
The second of the season for Rudy Garcia. Bloomsburg, first and 10 at the 22-yard line. 3:42 to go, they lead by 7. They give it to Henry, half running room. To the 25, to the 30, out near the 31-yard line. The Huskies a couple of first downs away from wrapping up the PSAC East title. 8 yards in the first by Aristide Henry. Second down and 2.
He's approaching this 100-yard game. That's now the 94th yard for Aristide Henry. He's done all the ball toting here in the second half of this game.
Huskies have come up with some huge turnovers in this football game. One right before the half. 2 in this second half via the interception. Second down call. Henry gets the call, looks for the first down, has it, and then some, but a flag down the play as he gets out to the 37.
Throw late and underhanded by the umpire, and he's the man who looks for holding. He threw it back to where he felt the hold occurred, I'm sure. It was a nice seam on the inside, and it comes out relatively late. Just couldn't get out of the pocket. The indication is holding against the Huskies.
Kenny Hale across the way, very upset with the call. Oh, that's huge. Huskies have the first down, 57 remaining in the football game. Chance to maybe put this one away. Now they're going to have to come up with some big conversions. But I guess you wouldn't expect anything else in a game like this.
No, that's the way this one's been. Chris Mullen is asking who did it or what did I do. Please, tell me so I don't do it again. Dr. Van Explanation marks that 10 yards off. Still second down for the Huskies, but now second and 11.
They have it at their own 21-yard line. Clock running with 2:50 remaining in the game. 3 receivers to this near side. Eric Miller takes the snap, with the shuffle pass to Aristide Henry, looking for some room, cuts it outside, runs over a tackler, gets to the 30, comes up just short of the first down yardage. A terrific effort by Aristide Henry.
Yes, it is. Would not be denied. First, it looked like he may not even catch. It was a little bit awkward in that forward pitch. Then he had to weave his way behind the line of scrimmage to find an open lane. Looked like he should be tackled at 4, fights ahead for 6, and then 8, and then 10 until he finally goes down.
Now a big call. How many times have we said that today? Bloomsburg needs a yard to keep the football with 2:08 to go. Miller, quarterback keeper off the right side, following Manny Henry one more time. He's very close. Worked that play for the touchdown earlier in this half.
Well, in the book, it's what you do when you need that yard or less and you know the snap count. You follow Manny Henry. They're going to bring it across and measure. I thought by the surge that they had what they needed. But the officials have to run in from the side. They have to put the foot down with the subjective spot where they think it would be. And they'll stretch the chain. This is big.
It is indeed. There's the measurement. It's a first down, Bloomsburg. First down, Huskies with 2:01 to go. Kutztown with 2 timeouts remaining. Bloomsburg leading by 7.
Made up the penalty. Made up for that holding penalty. Series of nice calls. The one with the shuffle pass to get the yard, and now the quarterback sneak to get it back. So the Huskies now have renewed vigor. First and 10 is a wonderful situation as they try to work this clock on down, and they've got a powerful running game.
First and 10, Bloomsburg at their own 32-yard line. High formation behind Eric Miller. Aristide Henry at the tail of the 10. He gets the call, tries the right side, hurdles a tackler, flag down the play as he gets to the 35-yard line.
Larry grounds him out and trips him up the defensive end. Flag comes from the referee behind the play. He hurdled over the man. They're going to call it a clip that brought the man down. So the Huskies are back in that ugly situation. Now you have to look at that clock, 1:34. I think the Huskies might even set a different goal here. See if they maximize how much time they take off of this. John Murphy stomping around out there, not looking as healthy as he did in the beginning of this game, but he's staying in, giving it all he has. Of course, Kutztown can start using their timeouts now in this situation.
An interesting call. Let's see, a clip against Bloomsburg declined by Kutztown.
One less play is the situation there.
That's right. They don't want Bloomsburg with extra plays, with more time to use that clock.
I don't know. Tough decision.
About 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line for Bloomsburg, but just 1:26 left in the ballgame.
Tough decision. Yeah, I can see what he's thinking.
Hammerstein Henry at the tail of the tandem. Matt Russell over the football at the 35. Miller gives the ball to Henry off the left side, is upended. And the ball definitely hit the ground. Definitely hit the ground. This is not being covered. He's not in trouble.
It's not fast. You're right.
No, he went up into the air. When he came down, hit the ground, the ball popped loose. I mean, that is a good call by the officiating crew, but a pretty obvious one. Now, Kutztown will have to use one of their timeouts. 54 seconds remaining in the game. Bloomsburg 35, Kutztown 28. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The game clock will be reset to 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Thank you very much, Dave. A reminder of following our broadcast here from University Field in Kutztown. Dave will be by with an abbreviated version of the scoreboard show. Then we will enjoy the Outback Steakhouse 200 in progress right here at WCNR. Bloomsburg leading Kutztown 35-28. 54 seconds remaining in the game. Bloomsburg with the ball. Kutztown with one timeout remaining. Third down Huskies. 3rd and 5 for 38. A conversion was put away. Miller from shotgun. Rolls right. Looking. Fires on the middle for Forge. On the ball. Tipped and incomplete. Andre Davis got his hands on the football. Ball out free in the open field. So Bloomsburg will bring the punt team on. 54 seconds to go in the game.
Third down conversion attempt forces you to pass. The incomplete pass stops the clock. Tough decision. Huskies will go at the punt. The stoppage in there. I didn't see the team call timeout.
Well, there is no timeout. The referee thinks over. Another member of his crew. Neal was playing at Rogers. Big punt coming by Joe Dietrich. 54 seconds to go in the game. Let's have one timeout remaining. You know they're going to come and try to block this one. There's the snap. Dietrich gets the kick away. Low line drive kick. Plain will have to let it bounce. Bloomsburg, great coverage downfield. So down at the 26-yard line. Matt Benson did long snapping on the people down there for the Huskies. So Kutztown 74 yards from the Bloomsburg goal line. 50 seconds to go. They have one timeout remaining. But they have Mike Lear and quarterback, and that's enough to make the Huskies very nervous.
His most successful plays are the short passing, and that's not going to help this team right now. He doesn't have enough time. His other successful plays have been the quarterback run. The Huskies will put a shadow on him. They're going to back up a little bit, get a little bit more room for the underneath passes, trying to keep people inside and tackle.
Up shotgun, DeMar Lear back to throw, looking long. Hamilton has a step on the secondary, incomplete. He had a step at the Bloomsburg 40-yard line.
Oh, broken coverage. The Huskies are looking to each other. Rudy Garcia is stopped with Toye Berry. I thought we were rotating up the one side to the other. Oh, the Huskies catch a huge break, but that is overthrown. Seems like a desperation pass. But the Huskies secondary on different pages as to who's doing what. That could have gone all the way.
2nd and 10, Kutztown, 50 seconds to go. They have the ball at their own 26-yard line. 3 receivers to this near side. DeMar Lear has the snap. He's looking, now he's scrambling, steps up in with fires downfield, incomplete. Intended for Peacock, terrific defensive work by Trent Flick, knocking it away.
He was there, saw the man, hitting him in the hand, but it's been a tough day for tight ends holding on. Trent Flick comes up as soon as he sees it, contact then is established, and he bounces it out of there.
3rd and 10 for Kutztown, just 39 seconds remaining in the game. Golden Bears at the 26-yard line. Danny Hale, 39 seconds away from the PSAC East title and his 100th career win. As the referee stopped action. Now starts again. operate from shotgun. 3rd down and 10. Has the snap. Looking, fires to the far side, overthrows his man. Bill Washington, Kutztown will have to go here. It'll come down to this play with 34 seconds to go. 4th and 10 at their 26.
Ball is sailing, and the quarterback wants to get further downfield, but he's seeing a bit of a prevent look. Now he needs to change, or at least to get, another attempt at things. Huskies are going to be back off. They'll allow for a catch underneath if they have to. There's certainly no way that anyone can get beyond them. 34 seconds, as you said. This could be the last play. They need 10 yards. They think of a timeout.
Now, officials again looking at that clock for some reason. Stop play, start it again.
Get it going.
Kutztown at their 26-yard line. 4th and 10. Bloomsburg one stop away from the outright title. DeMar Laird drops the snap, then picks it up, fires, incomplete. Incomplete over the head of Hamilton. The Huskies will take over the football. Bloomsburg 30 ticks away from the title.
His passes have been sailing a bit long. I don't know if he's trying too hard or just the effects of an entire game and all the physical play and hitting. But a tremendous game for DeMar Laird, but the Huskies come up strong at the end. The Value started with 5 completed passes to start the game, finishes with 5 incompletes, one of those being intercepted. Value had a string of 11 successive completes in the game. In his last 9, only completes 1.
Bloomsburg at the 26-yard line. Aristide Henry will line up 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage as Eric Miller will take the snap and go down to 1 knee. That clock will wind down. We have to give credit to this Bloomsburg defensive unit. Puts down at all those yards at halftime, and all those points to just 7 in the second half. Kutztown will use a timeout here with 15 seconds remaining. So Bloomsburg is going to win a huge one here today. They will win for the 8th consecutive time after opening the season with 2 losses. More importantly, they have clinched the PSAC East. They keep their solid hold on 3rd in the Northeast Region football pool, going to that big season-ending game at Slippery Rock next Saturday. Kutztown now out of timeouts, 15 seconds to go. Tight formation. Eric Miller takes the snap down on 1 knee one more time. And now to wind down. Kutztown cannot stop it. And the Huskies will begin the celebration across the way. Danny Hale is soaking wet as he gets his 100th career win. And the Huskies get the PSAC East title in one beautiful football game today. The final score, Bloomsburg 35, Kutztown 28.
Up there. Step up. Thank you. Well, look at that. Russell.
I'll stay out of it. You get there.
Nice job. Let's move. Hey.
Grandpa,